ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Final stone. Does he have it? Yes, he does! What a shot! John Schuster! Oh my goodness! A third of a rock for... That would make sense why he did curl.
Well, we got to not kill that. It's got to just be in the catch zone.
I mean, my gut is like hack to board and just roll 3 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably just hack.
You're always touching the 6.
I don't know that this leaves the 4 foot with hack.
Really good spots for Miller.
I think John's in a situation where he needs to send one of the red guards back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and it's dead nose and just, it's going to go spinning. This actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does.
Okay, so it might, close to dead.
Hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we meant instead of just shouting out a number or like play this hit and roll kind of thing. We had to show everything, so that added another level, I guess, to our game. After that, we've been a little better when the crowd is loud or when you can't hear as well.
Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for line ever.
No, they like line. Now does it have the speed? They like the line. Does it have the speed? They're going hard for line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on.
And battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
pushing limits,
seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Final stone. Does he have it? Yes, he does! What a shot! John Schuster! Oh my goodness! A third of a rock for... That would make sense why he did curl.
Well, we got to not kill that. It's got to just be in the catch zone.
I mean, my gut is like hack to board and just roll 3 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably just hack.
You're always touching the 6.
I don't know that this leaves the 4 foot with hack.
Really good spots for Miller.
I think John's in a situation where he needs to send one of the red guards back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and it's dead nose and just, it's going to go spinning. This actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does.
Okay, so it might, close to dead.
Hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we meant instead of just shouting out a number or like play this hit and roll kind of thing. We had to show everything, so that added another level, I guess, to our game. After that, we've been a little better when the crowd is loud or when you can't hear as
Trevor
well.
Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for line ever.
No, they like
good.
line. Now does it have the speed? They like the line. Does it have the speed? They're going hard for line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on it. He's by it. Now does it stop in time? Has to stop in time. What a shot from Ryland Kleider. We thought it was maybe the hardest option up from the booth, but that's why we're not down there.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions. And battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
and when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Final stone.
Whoa! Girl! Easy! Whoa!
Does he have it? Yes, he does! What a shot! John Schuster! Oh my goodness! A third of a rock for... That would make sense why he didn't curl.
Well, we gotta not kill that. It's gotta just be in the catch zone.
I mean, my gut is like hack to board and just roll 3 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably just hack.
You're always touching the 6.
I don't know that this leaves the 4-foot with hack.
Really good spots for Miller.
I think John's in a situation where he needs to send one of the records back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, if it's dead nose and just, it's gonna go spinning. This actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does.
Okay, so it might, yep. Close to dead.
To hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we meant instead of just shouting out a number or like play this hit and roll kind of thing. We had to show everything, so that added another level, I guess, to our game. After that, we've been a little better when the crowd is loud or when you can't hear as well.
Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for line ever.
No, they like line. Now does it have the speed? They like the line. Does it have the speed? They're going hard for line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on it. He's by it. Now does it stop in time? Has to stop in time. What a shot from Ryland Kleider. We thought it was maybe the hardest option up from the booth, but that's why we're not down there.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
and when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance.
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions. And battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on,
Every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance.
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes?
Close. Last draw. Yep. 8th in. From the tie to Isabel Verano.
Yep.
At the end of round one.
Yeah, but today he's like 5 or 6 under.
Oh, is he?
6 under, shot 66.
Oh, sweet.
Eagle, like.
This is the
And over to Sheet D, first up, throwing the Red Rocks with a record this week of 2-2, curling out of Houston, Germany, Team Muscovy. And throwing the Yellow Rocks with a record of 0-4, curling out of Duluth, Minnesota, USA, Team Dropkick. And this afternoon's featured matchup on Sportsnet on Sheet B. First up, throwing the Yellow Rocks with a record of 2-2, curling out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Team Jacob. Their opponents throwing the Red Rocks coming in with a record of 3-1, curling out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, Team McEwen. Make as much noise as you want.
more Canadian and international. I'm like, hey, let's just hold tight. I wrote him this whole long email. Be a little down on that.
Hello, curling fans. Welcome inside the Mattamy Center. Brent Lang alongside an old familiar name, Craig Saville. We're bringing you the last round robin game for Team McEwen and Team Jacobs. Big playoff implications on the line here in we've been calling it the Team Canada pool, Sav.
Yeah, rightly so.
And Italy did the right thing and they bowed out early. They were the only non-Canadian and they just said, look guys, we're not going to beat anybody until we beat Gushu and knock them out.
I think they might have been slightly exhausted from the World Championships coming here. They didn't look like they really wanted to be here too much, and that's what happens. This field is ridiculously tough. So if you're average at all, you're going to get beat pretty hard.
Very good. 15-9.
I'm certainly looking forward to this matchup. McEwen Jacobs, usually always a good battle between these two teams.
So we did some math, and tell us when we're wrong. You can send us a message on X, or we need a phone-in line. We're trying to make that happen. What about phoning into the commentators?
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
I like that.
We need a screener, obviously, too. But
yeah, tweet us, text us.
Yeah,
Facebook, something.
Not Facebook. I don't know how to really use that one anymore. But anyway, we know for sure, because I talked to Pat Simmons, coach of Team McEwen, if Team McEwen wins this game, they're directly into the semifinal. We know Pat said that. We don't know it's true. I should, kind of put the little caveat in there. Team Jacobs is at 2-2. If McEwen loses, they are still straight into the quarters. They're at 3-1, so they're in a good spot with a good shootout. Jacobs' shootout isn't great. 2-3 wouldn't knock them out necessarily, but it definitely could. 3-2 would get them into action of some sort for sure. Could be straight in, could be tiebreakers. Welcome to the wonderful world of pools where nothing is certain until it's certain.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know what, for all those little statisticians out there, and they have all their pools set up and looking to see who's in, this is a dream, though, for them, working all the scenarios. I know my dad's probably at home right now working out all the scenarios and trying to figure out who's going to be in and who has to win, who has to lose.
We could call him at the fourth-time break. Shout out to Brian Sal. I'm sure you got the whiteboard out, Brian.
I'm sure
all the permutations. But anyway, Team McEwen with the hammer. Center guard from Team Jacobs. A little bit of a different look, Team Jacobs. Benny Hebert's a little bit smaller. Connor Nagovin throwing the first two rocks for Team Jacobs. And
yeah, it'll be very interesting to see Jacobs play this week, because coming off the World Championships, and then Ben and Brett are integral for strategy out there and managing the rocks too. So they'll be missed, but they've got a couple of good shooters in the front, though, substituting for them.
One of those guys is young Tyler Tardy. Throws with the wrong hand, but apparently he's pretty good. Played him a few times over the years. Plays third for Team Kevin Cooey right now.
A couple World Championships, Junior World Championship wins too for him.
Yeah, he got 3, and then he quit. He had a year left. He wins 3 back-to-back World Juniors, Canadian Juniors, and he says, I don't think this really makes sense. It's not worth my time anymore, so I'm just going to go to men's now. As he rubs the guard. Gotcha, Tyler. Opportunity here for basically a nose hit, and lie 2 for sure, and maybe 3. I don't know if the shooter will be in. Probably has to hit it a little on the high side as we're looking at it.
No, I don't think so. He just said that curled the whole bunch.
Kevin Marsh, the second half. Do you remember the Killer Bees in WWF where they used to go under the ring? One would be hurt. They'd go on, put their Killer Bees masks on as twins and come back out, and the fresh guy would be in there secretly?
That's what the Marsh brothers are doing.
Yeah, you don't even know if this is Dan or Kevin. They switch positions.
You know, it's super smart of them, and they both wear white gloves. Like everything. Everything is the same. I love it. Just whoever's hottest is playing second or just throws all 4 rocks.
Pretty nice.
That's
Oh,
a
it
good
does
shot.
get a little lucky spin there. Friendly spin. Lying 3 early with the hammer.
That's a good little spot here to be early on.
About a third.
Sable, tell us a little bit about the World Championships. Congratulations are in order. You and your friends from Czech are going to the Olympics, I hear. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, the boys put a good showing together and played really well. Came 7th with a 6-6 record, and that was good enough to book our ticket to the Olympics. Yeah, the boys are pretty pumped. It's the first time the Czech Republic has gone to the Olympics with men's 4s. So huge for the country and huge for spurring a little more curling in that country. It's a pretty small curling country, so really excited for those boys. They put a lot of hard work in the last few years.
And if you had to put it into a percentage, like how much of that is due to you? Like between 80 and 100?
Well, let's say if it's just me and you talking about 95%, yeah, absolutely. I keep telling them it's all their hard work, but then I look in the mirror and point at myself, of course. No, they hey, listen, I put the framework in and they put in all the hard work.
Quick turnaround in this end. Good double by Tyler Tardy, and then Kevin got fooled on that chase. He wasn't heavy, but just chipped it over and lost the shooter. So we've seen, I'm going to say we've seen more misses than normal. So I'm not sure how much you've been watching this week, but the ice is good, but it's not perfect. Like, it's not totally predictable, same across the sheet, which from up here is kind of a bonanza. Like, they are missing some shots. There's been a lot of really interesting ends because it hasn't been just freeze, 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 blow it up blank.
Yeah, you know, with the sweeping now, it's almost nice to see a couple misses, a little bit tricky ice to read. This building's always been a little tricky for the ice. I've always thought that out of all the slams throughout the year, this one is always the trickiest, or maybe it's all the guys at the end of the year making it look at the trickiest.
Could be that too, and it's always raining here, and this week it's snowing and raining, and big building though, and who knows what the reason is, but it's fun to watch from up here. It's like a train wreck. You don't want to be in the train, but we're not in it anymore, so.
No, yeah, it's perfect.
Welcome to Struggleville. Great shot there, good start from Tyler Tardy. So first look at Colton Flash here, third for Team McEwen. You'll love this stuff. They've made their own gear. Have you seen it? He's got a t-shirt made that says self-proclaimed world's best sweeper on the front. Got to get this one by.
Uh-oh.
And on the back it says the Zilla.
I love it. Well, he's an animal. I don't know where we were. This is a few years ago, but we were going out for dinner, and he came, and I think he already had a few pops in him, and he goes, grabs me, and picks me up and lifts me over his head like I was a toothpick.
I like a guard too.
And dear God, it looked like I was nothing. That guy's an animal.
Might as well be tight.
He's got that Sasky country strength.
Yeah, the farmer strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's huge. Like, he's 6'3", and
yeah.
You like the guard here, Seth?
Interesting. I do. Yeah, that's a short little guard right now that they have. That if he puts anything in, I mean, McEwen's going to be running something back to blow everything up.
Yeah, go ahead.
How were the hogline violations at the Worlds?
Plentiful.
Plentiful. That's a good response. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, there was lots, and they WCF they threw out some hogline officials, but listen, like, I was watching when they were out there, and there were still guys going over, but it looked like they kind of blinked at the right time, so they didn't have to make a call.
They just came back after 4 or 5 games and said, we agree there's a lot of violations, but we're not going to take it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just doing like some reporting and just doing some analysis, and they weren't really calling things, but they certainly looked over to me. That's something that I think Pro Canada and all the other associations, the World Curling Federation, they just need to fix. You can bring back the handles, get them working. I'm not really sure why they haven't worked already.
Yeah, it's not a problem you or I are going to solve in terms of the technology problem. We could probably drink as much rum as we want and not fix that one.
Yeah, I feel like I could fix it, though. Listen, put me and you on the hog lines, and listen, like, we'd just be pulling rocks. Everybody would be throwing it at the top of the hog line like Ben Hebert.
We'd stand out there with a stick.
Yeah, absolutely.
So trying to get to the nose here. and tap this back and get shot. I think you got to go for speed. Yeah. Distance. Too many different sweep calls these days. Confusing.
A little bit, yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good, but that yellow one's pretty lost.
That's a tough one to get to now.
Even beside this red's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Doesn't want to hang this one open and leave a double. That's really Mike's only access to bring that top 8 shot into play. But good effort there by Flash. If he's a couple of feet heavier, that would have been quite a shot. But advantage Jacobs still. Chance to steal here.
Yeah, good opportunity here.
This is what we've seen a ton of ends flip on their head. Like 5 minutes ago, McEwen was lying 3. Looked like an auto deuce, and now all of a sudden it's... If you'd negotiate, Mike would agree to take a single here if you'd offer it up.
I think so. Yeah, a couple of half shots and that's it. So I don't know how much you can see of that red one. I don't think you can see very much at all. I'm wondering if Jacobs comes top 4, if he has anything that he can play a little hack wader on in that red one and hit a quarter of it. And maybe get some action rocks.
This has gone new. Brad had some intern trouble yesterday.
Keep going. Get a little bounce here if you
I
can.
did one of their games. I've done a lot of this pool's games, and
15-6.
that's just not a good effort from the old Cupsy. He won't like that one, but he'll want some feedback there. As a front ender, what do we say to our skip there?
Yeah, well, definitely picked. Your rock. Get rid of the rock.
I don't like that rock. Yeah, Brad.
100%.
Didn't look like your, maybe your normal crisp intern. I thought you were a little light, but not like that. That's not you.
You got it right here. Yeah. So it's actually not too far.
Oh, that looks like he just threw that light. It's interesting with all of this curl. You really have to know if you've just thrown it light or you got it going, because that just getting it going a little early can take off 8 feet. Looks like light and tight though, to me.
They didn't like it right away.
I know.
Yeah, so, and Brad's not one to hide behind an ego. He can take it. He's a big boy. He likes honesty. Maybe the most blunt guy you'll meet, which I kind of admire, especially in a curling atmosphere on a team. You need to know the truth. So Mike's turn. See if Mike thinks Brad sucks, because if Mike hits the guard too, he thinks Brad sucks. But
or if he thinks he's legit, he'll throw this right through the house. So.
Right, and wide. But he did take some more ice and needs this one to be shot and above the tee line, and then he should score. And Brad's probably got a good chance of giving up 2.
Ideal if he's just biting the top of the button, so Jacobs can't throw that out turn around and freeze to his own for shot.
Room. Line's good. Room. Line's good. Line's good.
They call him Magic Mike, Sav.
Right here. Yep.
He's a dancer in his off time.
He probably has the, he's probably known right now as probably the best curler ever in the Briar, right?
Shot.
I can't think of anybody better other than, nope, I got nobody.
No.
Do I?
I think so.
Guy Hemmings?
Yeah.
No. Guy Hemmings.
Guy Hemmings. He came to mind because he's your coach and I saw him.
Okay.
See him every morning walking to the grocery store to get my breakfast.
Yeah.
Pretty good there from Mike, but this is going to be a force, and if Brad can get tight with the right weight and carve it down, maybe move it for shot.
Oof.
Don't want to get greedy. That's a sweeping change.
That would be an error probably on throw, that he's a little heavy and tight, but yeah. Yeah, tough deuce now if he locks this on, right on.
That's probably accurate. Yeah, I mean, McEwen's the best player to have never won the Briar.
Yeah. I don't think you want that distinction.
I don't know.
I think you want to be a bad player. You want to be a bad player that's never won. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Never had a chance.
A little bit of room. Line's good. Line's good. Please. Line's good. Line's good.
Go ahead then. Line's good.
Well, Mike's seems to be renewed in the last couple of years, so and he's playing some of his best curling he's ever had. So,
and that's kudos to the 3 guys he's playing with. They've got all the faith in the world in Mike, and that's given him his mojo back. And time to run down the ice and throw this one away. No, not Mikey.
Yeah, if you get it right to ours.
Probably could actually make this.
If he sneaks by the guard, you almost have to sweep it for line.
I agree with you. This is probably like a back 8, back 12 shot into the yellow to make it, right?
Yeah, it just needs to hit probably, a third, half rock. It looks ugly when you're looking at it in the hack, but certainly if you hit the guard, you're probably almost not even making it.
This is a weight to broom situation. Just wait to broom, brother.
No. We're coming back with that, eh? Dear God.
Mono hold and then dodge.
Well, this game so depends on just throwing the right weight. That's, I mean, when I was working with the Czech team, or still working with the Czech team, we just battle on just throwing the right weight because good things happen.
So final stone of the first end here. Already so many things to talk about as opportunities go back and forth, but a tough shot for 2 here for Magic Mike. Out turn, tap to the button.
I think you might see flash on the inside and then flip to the outside here.
Sometimes he decides to do both, yeah.
I mean,
they do call him Carver Dan, though.
Go ahead.
Who's calling that?
His team calls him Carver Dan.
Oh, yeah.
There goes Carver Dan.
Carver Dan, there you go.
Curl.
That's pretty wide, though.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's light. That's perfect if he's heavy enough.
Yeah, that's the perfect line. Just needed about 5 feet more weight.
Good effort there, and like we said, he's probably happy with that 5 minutes ago. So 1 goes on the board for Team McEwen in an eventful first end. We've got a 30-second break.
Sorry about my first one, boys. Probably but good force. Yeah, good force.
Yeah.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock.
Turn around quick. Yep. Second one is the way he needs to throw it. First one is the one we've seen a few times this week that's just gone. Dead.
Single for Team McEwen in the first. 1-0, and Jacobs will have the hammer here. Look at
that was an eventful first end. I mean, the emotional roller coaster going back and forth.
I'm telling you, that's been the majority of the games I've called this week have been very similar to that. I even saw Mowat's team missing shots. Wow. Not on Monday night in the Battle of the Sexes so much, but
no,
the other games.
Well, you know the ice is tricky if they're missing shots. Then I mean that's the only way they miss shots. It looks like.
Yeah, Grant Hardy missed a chase, which tells me the ice is almost unplayable.
Oh, jeez.
So Team Jacob's going to go with the corner guards.
Setting up that. Do you like this old square that they're talking about?
The box
these days?
they call it. Yeah, it was funny because
I've heard the box and I've heard the square.
Jen was messaging with Rachel when she was doing a little bit of work with them, and she asked her a question about the box setup, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about over there? I don't know what that even means in a curling context. And yeah, the square, the
center guard and corner guard, and then going around the center, and then going around the corner guard. I guess that's
creating the square.
Creating the square, yeah.
They've messed up the square already.
I mean, I think we should probably think of a different name for it, just because of this situation. What happens if they go around? It's not a square anymore.
Parallelogram?
No, that's
does that
not
work?
No.
Depends. We'll see where they end up. You don't know yet.
Trapezoid? What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
We're going to talk about something else now. We're going to get away from the math. And
we're going to need a math teacher
geometry. Bella's here. Bella, what's a trapezoid? Okay, so you were wrong. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, way too many sides. That's 5.
Yeah, it's
we
5.
Need 5 rocks.
Yeah.
That was 15.
He's not doing it anyway, so
okay.
he's going for the straight line. Good come around by Dan Marsh. And
yeah, real good.
Coach of Team Laws, what kind of rumors are you hearing about teams? I mean, I make up some, I hear some, but Tyler Tardy's name gets mentioned about is he going to stick with Cooey? I mean, Cooey is in the trials, so which we proved this year. It doesn't matter what you're in, what you're qualified for, who you are. Changes happen.
I think Cooey's team says, but I feel like there's no job security anymore in curling. Everyone's talking to everybody, and it's flip of the coin what happens. I mean, Reed Carruthers being changed in their team almost on a monthly basis, so who knows with them.
Team Anderson?
Well, they both.
Oh.
I meant Carruthers.
What's the common element? Oh, it's Rama.
He's staying with Team Carruthers for sure.
He is, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
EJ's the other name, who knows? They had a good run at the Briar, though, and Obviously won provincials, only played together a couple events.
Yeah.
Pre-trial spot, I
that's
assume.
team is sticking together, I would think. They look good.
Nothing surprises me anymore, Sav.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you always think it gets locked down a couple years before the trials. That's what it used to be. Maybe the new norm is a couple months before the trials.
I was wondering if I was seeing things halfway down the sheet. I'm like, that looks tight.
Oh, it sounds like that one picked
something
coming around and just slowed down and wrestled off the guard.
Look, Glenn Howard finally retired from curling, so anything is possible.
How much are we hitting?
About time. That guy was making us look bad playing when he was 75 years old.
Quarter. Try to hit it first.
So good opportunity here for Jacobs if he makes this double peel and he can roll for a corner guard as well and have 2 corner guards up.
He thought he might even be able to squeak through. They look awfully tight together for that, but he's got the right guy in the hack.
Yeah, oh, he did.
Good
Went
read
the other
and
way.
Stay buried.
Oh, see, double corner. Oh, just threw it too hard.
Great shot, actually.
Wrong weight.
Yeah.
Did leave a double here, luckily for Team McEwen.
That was a great throw.
You fire this. Look at this. Okay, it was an aggressive line call. Don't see much else. Very nice.
So McEwen just wants to be careful if they're throwing that double, that they don't want to hit it low and roll out.
Good toss, man.
Angle that red is tricky. I mean, I get it. Must that double too flat? I thought that was an automatic call.
Yeah, it looks pretty flat. The problem is, too, if you just hit it and roll out, it's not very good.
Well, you don't want to do that. These guys don't really miss, though. Like, if I could throw 6-second peel like it looks like a board waiter, I could make this.
True.
I would want the other turn, though, yeah.
Yeah.
2/3, big.
Yeah, I noticed now these guys, too. You know, everyone's goes with the run backs. They know they're going to make the doubles down the road and triples, so it's really hard to hide rocks in the house.
Yep. Whoa.
Kevin throws it hard, easy.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Oh, it's flying
hard. Yeah,
like that's an
very
easy shot
sneaky.
for him. We just wasted a minute if we're Team McEwen here, boys.
Yeah.
And stays dead buried and might be able to.
Like that was a clean all the way down. I'm not really sure why they talked about it for so long. So they're just going to do that every time.
Bump?
Wasn't there, he said.
What's that?
Little freeze bump?
Yeah. I was
Kev poking fun
like
at
back 8.
Brother
Yeah,
Dan. That's why you're the lead, bro.
So, based on Connor's corner, just a little crunchy.
Trying to move this one around the corner guard. Stay second shot would be great. Tyler turns his hat around when he gets serious to shoot. He turns it forward when he swings.
Well, it's just a lot faster that way.
Yeah, aerodynamics, right?
Yep.
He should go with my hairstyle then if he really wants to be aerodynamic.
That's
no
right.
drag.
Yeah.
This looks real bad, though. Got to get it by. Connor's a good sweeper, but he's not that good.
No.
I don't know if Connor weighs 175 pounds, but he's whatever he weighs, he's the best sweeper in the world at that weight.
Yep. Yeah, since I retired, absolutely.
No,
I don't know. Is
scientifically.
is he better than Tim?
Tim weighs 200 pounds.
Does he weigh 200? He's
Tim's
sneaky heavy?
Big, strong dude, yeah.
I know he's muscular. He's a small guy.
Loves beers, too.
But he does.
Plays a lot of slow pitch, and he's good at that, too. But, yeah, no, Connor, I say that because on the testing on that broom, and I don't know if Tim was on it, but Glenn Pauly said at the time, and this is a couple years ago, but Connor Govan was the most efficient sweeper he had ever tested.
More efficient than Caitlin Laws? Because I heard Caitlin Laws was
really
one of the best.
too. But I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm telling you. But you probably never touched that broom, so we can probably get one of those. That'd be a good little YouTube clip. Right?
Yeah, I'd probably blow. What percentage are we talking here that I need to get to?
I don't know. No more questions.
I can go higher than that. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. I can get to 100.
Yeah.
Little double and roll buried. A little spin here from Mark Kennedy. He's not bad at doubles over the years.
Yeah, these are pretty automatic for Kennedy these days.
Just a matter if he rolls buried or not.
Clean's always a good sign.
Thin, yeah. Could have made that and rolled up and buried, and Brad didn't seem too concerned, but
it looked like he was just trying the double, and that was it.
Okay, sounds good, bud.
What do you guys do for? Like you play lots in Europeans and everything. What's the the long carve. Like, talk to me about sweeping. What's the best if you want it to curl?
So best to curl is that long carve with a skinny brush head.
Yeah, a knife, long knife though, like Pablo does.
Yep.
Like that long
Oh,
one.
Pablo's an animal. Yeah, he's got to be one of the best sweepers out in the game right now.
Okay.
Especially carving.
How do you slow it down best?
So I think it slows it down too. So
what about what Team Jacobs does? Like, especially Mark and Brett, when they do that slow carve dump thing.
So, yeah,
they don't dump. They drop the dump part at least, but
right. I'm not sure about that.
They're pretty
not sure if it works.
It
It looks a little sketchy when they do it, though.
It looks sketchy, and they keep doing it, which tells me they're convinced that it's working. That's pretty good, but Dead knows this, and Mike's got a problem. Because there are still different theories out there, right? Different teams do different things. The hop, sweep, hop, and long stroke.
Yeah.
On the men and the women.
The long stroke seems to work, but again, it just seems like it's the
sense.
sweeper. No, it doesn't. I just don't know how much testing has been done with all of that. I think people just have theories and also they see what they want to see out there
exactly
as well.
What happens.
And then there's, Nicholas Sedin, who's,
still not convinced.
Olympic gold medal. They don't even carve it, which is crazy to me. So imagine how good they'd be if they carved the rock. They'd be unbeatable.
Mark trying to hit this one right on the nose. Did they lose it?
Oh,
no, that's real good.
That's a real good shot now. So what does Mike do now? Do they play a little tap?
I don't know.
Create an angle on the top?
Or tap it.
Could.
And pump it
guard
back.
it.
He
Mike
could guard
mentioned
it.
guarding.
Yeah.
Could blast it out, and then Brad has a free come around the corner. That's not great.
And they hope they go deep so you can freeze. Not a lot of great options.
You could draw like the side of the button, side of the forefoot. It's not a lot of room, but
that looks scary too, because then you hit the top yellow one, you lie second and third.
Yeah, it'd be hard to spread him out where there's no double, but it's going to be possible. So I think he's decided on the guard. You in or out for this one? You lying down on this one, or you're on board as a sweeper?
No, I think this is okay.
Tight guard.
Tight guard. Yeah.
It's coming back, and
it's coming back, but at least you
gotta hope it's dead in front of it, because if it's leaves him a little angle where he can make it and roll right in front. Might be one buried behind his own. But
one of these situations, you got to make a shot.
Yep,
100%.
Skip
and you
shot.
and you really hope that when they do the run back, that they don't nut it right there and keep them buried, which would be hard to do.
Down to the skip stones in the second end. Need this one basically splitting center line, probably right around the top of the AMJ logo.
Yep. Straight.
Worried about this one over curling, but
it is curling right now.
This is trouble.
And then a little deep too.
Shot. Nice.
Just good enough.
Slight over curl, but maybe okay.
They like it.
No, you said top 12.
Tough to chase it, and the rocks aren't super lively this week, so it's really hard to chase that. I don't think you can actually.
No, you'd only see
it.
it.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be good.
They're like top 12. Is that there?
That's a good call.
Is it even there? Is the question.
I don't know.
You want to make sure it's there if you're going to play it for sure.
It looks like that one is that a little bit deeper. They're pretty even, aren't they? Those two guards.
I think the one Mike just threw is slightly deeper. I think they're so close together.
Almost clipped the yellow on the way by too.
Yeah.
Intern thick half.
Not quite.
I like that, Mark.
Thick half misses the one in the house for sure. But
yeah, absolutely.
Spill this in. Thick half's close.
If he gets this one in the house, however it happens, I think most of the time it's going to be 2 yellow, isn't it? Mike's going to have to make a pinpoint draw if he really wants to force, and if he makes a little mistake, he's going to give up 3 by accident.
If this goes straight back, there might be a double on the yellows.
Yes.
Maybe.
Brad Jacobs, intern heater. Hard right away.
Hard tie.
Okay.
That was definitely possible.
That was. A little thick.
That guard's not raisable. That's what Mikey's looking at there. So are we guarding it again, or are we drawing right there?
I
Those
think
are your
you draw
options.
right there.
I agree.
Yeah. Edge of the button. All of a sudden, it's tricky. If he chases it for one, it could be
It's going for
Two
the
steal.
stamp.
Yeah.
Gonna guard it. Brad will probably take on the draw. I don't see anything for 2 if you make a good guard here.
He is guarding?
He is guarding, yeah. Probably unsure of the wider draw path. If you knew the speed, I mean, it's not a very difficult draw. You draw a top 4 T-line back 4. As long as it doesn't go behind the other red, it's really good.
Yeah.
So same thing as on his first. He had mentioned it's kinda, and I think he was heading to it's kind of looks like it's picking or something. Like he was a little bit confused. It made a big move, so see if they can do that again. Be happy with the same spot.
Clean. I like the line. It's left. Clean. Just clean. Okay. Go for distance. Set.
Well, sounds like a good throw right away. Sweepers like it.
Line's good. Line's good. Hard. Keep it going.
Needs to go here. This one's quite a bit higher.
Hard. Curl. Distance. Curl.
I think they're going to be okay with the Zilla.
Yeah, Rock almost sped up as soon as he switched, it looked like.
Flash
Yeah,
decides
perfect.
when he says to the Rock, now you can stop. That's when it stops. Perfect shot there. And well played end, really, by both teams. Some good shots and leads to a force, which often it does against when you're playing against the top teams in the world.
Okay, sweeper team. I think like 14 and a half should be close.
It'll be interesting. They're going a little bit wider here, so we'll see if the weight's the same out here. Just needs half in the 4 for the single.
Line's good.
Interesting, just trying to keep it out there right now so it doesn't overcurl.
Hard, guys. Line's good.
Sweeping for weight now, though.
Line's good. Line's good. Get her there.
Line's good. See if they can get it there now. They need half in the 4.
Tight and light.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay, good try.
Just short.
Oh, that sucks as a sweeper. You remember those?
Yeah. You sweep almost all the way and you just miss. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
those suck.
They didn't jump on it immediately, so they didn't panic.
Warm up
about
the
weight.
finger. You got the pointer finger ready?
That's right.
End of the second, 2-0 for Team McEwen. A big stolen point, and we'll be back with third end action after a quick break.
Every day you go new places. A small change in how you do things, or moving your things to a whole new town, or many things to many towns all at once. No matter how small the move, it can be a big leap from where you are now. You've got it in you to go new places. So do we. We go there every day. We're here to help you move to places on the map, in the mind, in the heart, or all three.
Go new places with AMJ Campbell. Contact us at 888-AMJ-MOVE or amjcampbell.com.
Welcome back to what's been an interesting couple of ends to start this all-Canadian battle between Team McEwen and Team Jacobs, both trying to punch their ticket. Team McEwen trying to punch their ticket further into the playoffs, right into the semifinal bye, and Team Jacobs trying to ensure that they're not packing their bags and heading home earlier than they want. 2-0 Team McEwen. We do have all 4 games. We've got a couple of our broadcasting partners, commentating partners beside us, bringing you the Xenia Schwaller versus Yoshimura game. That's a big women's game, not so much for Schwaller, but Yoshimura, if they win, they knock out anybody with 3 losses. One of those teams is 50% of the Canadian teams this week on the ladies' side have 3 losses, Craig. Anderson, that's 50% of them.
That's
unfortunately for Canadian fans, we're down to 2 ladies' teams, and Anderson needs some help. So needs Xenia Schwaller, the young Swiss team, to beat Yoshimura and pull her back to the field. And on the other half of the world, that's still 0-0. Tabata up 2-1 on Gim with the hammer. And we've got Team Muskatovitz versus I Can't See. Who are they playing?
Just goes a couple more feet than you think in that squad, that low spot. Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll update that one in a minute. It's 2-1 Muskatovitz after 2, but it starts with a D, but they break things over the name. So I can read, just in case you're wondering. Tight center, corner. This is something Mike does a lot. Team McEwen does this a lot. They love the double centers, especially to choke the corner when they're defending. Thoughts? I mean, this was a fairly new idea.
Does he like putting this right on the center line or just off, like, so block the...
keep the center one if he could. If he could walk it down, he kind of put the center one edge on edge with this one, and this one would be about 4 or 5 feet over the hog line so that it's in the way of the come around the corner guard, right where his broom is there. Kind of halfway and leave the center tight one open.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. I still like the double centers because just trying to get the play into the center instead of choking off this. This becomes almost another corner. That's a pretty good shot, though.
That's exactly what they wanted.
That's pretty close to the center, though.
Brad doesn't have a choice. Could chip it.
What's the other shot?
Yeah, he could go wide around the corner as well. Tough shot. You're just going out into the weeds, though. It's a bit of a guess in the weight.
Haven't seen that one called all week, so I think that one's tough this week with conditions.
Interesting, because other slams that's called quite often, but yeah, it could be tricky here this week.
Spring slams, it gets a little harder. When it's minus 30 outside, it's really easy to keep the ice real good out wide, but throw some rain and humidity.
Yeah, and the good crowds this week as well.
Just trying the chip shot, trying to create 3 corner guards. This is real good if it's made. I, for one, would like to take away all chip shots. You with me?
No all chip shots, just get away.
Yeah, you can't move the corners either. Why can you move my center if I can't?
Yeah, we almost need a line on the corner guards.
That's what said too. Yeah, that was a good idea.
That's interesting.
That's 2 guys I know that said that, so we got to look into it.
Now, I do like that the leads have to put that rock on the center line, and if not, then they can chip it. But leads are pretty much doing that for fun nowadays.
And the ones that aren't will figure it out eventually. Oh, we've got a little delivery here from Isabella.
Certainly an end killer if they start chipping those corners in.
Jackpot.
Oh my goodness. Greatest gift ever.
We've had a candy delivery.
We got Sour Patch Kids in the booth here. How did you know these were my favorite?
All right, two.
So going for a high guard here, is that what they decided? It's another center? I think so. Past the camera boom for the ice. Looks
that was a good chip.
Quite wide.
That was a good chip shot.
Really good shot from Connor there. Yeah. Normal coach of Team Laws, as I said, and then lead for Team Reed Carruthers.
It's over curling a little. Bottom logo. That's the case. We can chase the tight one.
So at some point you'd think that you have enough guards up. Is 5 enough?
Like running this.
Nope.
Or do we need another one?
Brad, do you hate the chase on the tight one?
I like Mark's call.
Me too. I love those chases or getting rid of those tight ones.
That's there.
They can roll in the house.
You don't have to. Huh? You can play the double too if you like. It's up to you. I like this. Just throw like throw 8. 3/4.
Did you watch a lot of the men's play in the Worlds?
I watched some of it. I was poolside, fortunately. Okay. So we did watch some of it, different time zone. But some seriously good curling. I was impressed with the team you're coaching there, and specifically your skipper was on fire, I thought.
Oh, you know, he was absolutely. Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah. You kind of stay out of his way, and he starts feeling it. He can play with everybody. Just as watching Jacobs, and you know, he loves the feedback, but the team has to let him do his thing, which I think they've figured out now. There's a lot of personalities on that team, and a lot of opinions, and he seems to be able to take it in, and then the team knows when he has to make a call and let him do his thing.
Yeah, so much experience there, and Ben and Brett on most of the teams they've been involved, or some of the teams they've been involved in, have had a lot of input and quality input too, so you don't want to silence them. Mark's always been pretty easygoing. He's usually the guy that says, okay guys, let's make a call. Just tell me what to make and I'll make it. And then Cups doesn't like to be slowed down too much. I think you're right, but they've found a good balance. It's a good dynamic on the team, I think, for the most part.
Sure.
And they've shown that. First year together, they win the Brier, so
we're getting tight.
You got that going for you.
We're getting tight to the rings. Yep.
I think when they had Brendan skipping, and no offense to Brendan was used to being his old team. He was the guy, right? Like, he made the calls, and the guys were like, we have all the faith in the world, and then they kind of chipped away at his confidence a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Because all of that input was not something Brendan was used to.
Wait, I think what I've noticed a big difference is a little more supportive with Jacobs. And if he misses or misses a call, they're not jumping down his throat. And I think Brandon got that a little bit of, hey, we're out here to win, and if we don't, then we're pointing fingers.
Yep.
Well, now Brandon's just got the most supportive skip in the world, so he'll be fine now, right? What are you laughing at?
Hard mark. Line's good. Line's good.
Brad has high expectations, but he wouldn't lie to you in the beginning. He'd tell you, this is what I expect, and if you don't put that out, then you're going to, you're going to get spoken to, and things are going to happen. And I think that was why I'd heard rumors, and this isn't from EJ or anybody that knows anything. I might have made it up. But I heard there was some expectations put on EJ, and maybe it was stats related. I don't know, but there was a framework in place that said this is what we expect, this is what we need, and then for whatever reason it wasn't met. And I don't think EJ's upset where he's at now. And
yeah, I see Brad like he's. What he's got. This is probably his last run at the Olympics.
No, he didn't see his quote. He dropped a
bomb that he's another 4
I love
years.
coming to Toronto, and probably I heard it's not going to be back here, so this might be my last one unless it's back here in the next 4 or 5 years.
Really?
That's what he told Johnny Brazo.
Wow.
So I don't know.
We might not be done with The Rock having a stellar team coming out of there. Okay.
We'll see.
Jeez.
Missed the run back there from Flash, and still a bit of a mess though.
I mean, Jacobs isn't loving all of these guards up there, because if McEwen just gets one buried behind the red ones, it's kind of a race to get back there now.
Okay, Marcus, let's make this one. This is one that I talk about it all the time. This shot's never made. Splits never work out.
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting. The teams I help, I say let's not play this shot very often, because it just the one I like is crossing the face maybe.
I don't know when you're rolling a rock, I'm in. You're trying to roll 3 feet. Nobody ever makes this, but maybe Mark's the man.
Especially into it. This is a tough shot.
You got to throw almost hack weight to make this right.
Yeah. You've got to look like you're missing the rock the entire way, which is what they're doing right now. They might actually make it.
Oh, I knew you were up for the challenge, Marcus.
Ooh.
That's how it's done.
A heck of a shot right there. That's a beauty.
Told you it's never made.
Hey, you're welcome, Mark, saying that shot was impossible.
Opposite of the commentator's curse.
You're going to take an assist on that one.
Absolutely. That's just, and it was made out of his hand. Like, guys, clean.
Yeah. No, threw it perfect. You got to throw it to almost miss it, and it comes in at the end.
Wow.
And he threw it with, just out, hack weight.
Let's not be too nice to Marcus. I mean, that's kind of his favorite draw weight, just through the rings. Just kidding, Mark. Mark's been one of the best players in the world since, I don't know, 2007. That doesn't seem fair.
I can't believe teams hit him at second for so long. He's really a third.
Thank God, eh?
Wait till he moves to skip. Dear God, he's going to be good.
I talked to him about that, actually. And he said he didn't really have any interest. And this is an aggressive call by Team McEwen. Pretty well done, though. Hard to chase that one, I think.
Good, but that's just buried. I think you can tap that and roll.
Taking back 8.
Guess he really had no other choice other than a runner.
We got to play it tight. I got that back.
I got a question for you. Yeah. Are you ever playing it with back line to try to set 3? And if I chisel the guard, I chisel the guard.
That's
absolutely.
Is that okay? You think you can do that?
I think you can.
I think you can. You get by that guard. Just get by that guard. You're probably sweeping for line again.
Yeah, play it tight.
Keep it straight.
And if you make Brad's shot, which is tough, you're going to be right on the button. And say you lie too, but Mike's just going to freeze on it. And the rest of your yellows are dead anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. And you hit the guard, and that's fine.
Yeah, I thought Mark might be interested in throwing last. I wasn't sure if he'd want to call the game. But he said he didn't really, and I was in a serious conversation. So, I mean, if the right offer came, which now I think he's where he's going to retire. I think he'll retire with Brad. I think Mark, there's a chance he retires this year, but also not a great chance. This is real tight on the guard already, trying to get it in the rings.
Yellow, yep.
You get this into the rings.
Go, 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 go.
Not quite. It's
just
light.
Short.
Just light. Change the call to the right weight, but then through the first call weight, just kind of T-line there, I think.
So are you trying to get?
Oh, if McEwen now just corner freezes this on that yellow. Things are getting a little tight for Jacobs.
Don't want to overcurl here, though. You're going to give up 2.
100%.
Want to be exact.
Exact is just
Good guard.
Yeah.
Liked it. Wasn't going to be heavy there.
It's interesting to me how different players, are comfortable in different spots. Mark obviously's playing second forever and then has won him just about as much at third. And some players are just skips. You look at Brendan and one of the best seconds going right now for sure, but I think he's probably still most comfortable at skip. And that's John Epping was the same, played second, and John was on yesterday and we chatted about it. Not that he was a bad second for Wayne, but he's one of the best skips in the world, and at second he was just kind of a second.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Some guys, that's where they are. I don't think, my feeling is Mark's not a skip. He's good in that supportive role and setting guys up, and I think he's kind of found his spot. I mean, whatever his spot is on a curling team, that's his spot really.
He's doing all right, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, another guy like Reed Carruthers, I think he's a skip. Yeah.
Mike and Reed played together to prove to each other that we're both skips and there's only room for one skip.
That's right.
Let's stay golf buddies and good friends, but we're not going to curl together anymore.
Although Reed did prove, I'm going to go down and play second and win a Brier, and then I'll go back to skipping.
This
Get that
got
under his
a
belt.
curl.
This is not good if this stays out.
Curl big time.
Okay, not brutal yet, but it's about to be.
Yeah, not great.
There's no double here.
But he gets to nose with any weight and punches that red out to the back 4.
I think Mike had that on the perfect line. He's just 6 feet heavy out of his hand.
That looks hard, yep.
Really don't think there's a double, so.
No.
Right there.
Solid hack and try and stay right on the nose of it, like hit it 7/8 of it and stay right there.
11-5. Try to get as close to the nose.
11-5.
Yeah, even if he can punch that red out just a little bit to the back 4 and have it almost open.
Do you, does Team Klima, do you guys use numbers for takeouts?
Yeah, we use numbers. I still don't know what they mean because we never timed hits when we're...
We finally admitted that women were right for years, though, haven't we? That it's just more accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Semi-fair. I don't know.
You're not giving up yet?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of one of those things, too. Like, hey, you missed a shot. Maybe you just threw it out a little bit or threw it out, or we could have swept it better.
Yep. Whoa, clean.
With the way a sweeping goes, it's just a matter of throwing it close right now.
This one's really twisting, but it's passed.
Heavy.
Curl. Good.
Is that good?
No, he threw a good weight. I don't know. He's going to throw a
good
guard
that
on this
rolled
now.
over?
Good guard. Oh, as good as you can do. Thought it might spurt a little.
Kind of have to guard.
Right, draw,
You can't draw there because he picks it out for 2.
I think he has to guard. The mustache is here. Don't look now.
Oh, dear God. There he is.
The Godfather. Johnny Moe's in the house, getting warmed up for our couch. You see the love seat?
Scouting.
All right. You're going to have to bring some skills, John.
No, you don't want to leave that hole,
Someone's got to carry us.
You don't want to give him a hack waiter, right?
So your shot rock, guarded up. What could go wrong, Craig? Walk us through it. Do you see anything else, though?
I actually don't see anything. I don't see any good run backs for Jacobs right now.
Did you get a time on 11-4 on this one? Or
No.
A guard on the E and that black logo there. Bo's Brewing, like right there.
Yeah, or where Flash is right now.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, you almost have to take on the run back. You don't want to go down 3-0.
Yeah, maybe a soft run back into the one that he just threw.
The one top 4? Yeah, that's on the center line.
I think they would have been much, much better off to not carve that at the end and keep the angle on the yellow-red, and then anything coming in would have been good. But now it goes right into
we
the
might have this double lineup here on the left side.
Yep.
The guard is precise.
Double run on the reds onto the yellow. That's pretty skinny, though, because you have to go over the top of the tight one.
It's probably only ever for 2, right?
Yeah. I think they'd be happy to score right now. Jacobs quite possibly.
Timeout.
Timeout now.
Third end timeout. And a good look at 2-time Brier champ Pat Simmons coming up. Remember old T-Spot?
Yeah, I do. Now, you're coaching this team, too. Are you not, Brent?
Consulting. Pat's the coach.
Consulting. Okay, I just didn't know if you were going to have to run down there real quick for this timeout.
No. I've been texting Mike the whole time. Okay. He's got an Apple Watch on.
Did you? Classic.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what else you'd be
gonna
doing.
do. I know. That's what I'm saying.
This might be a wasted timeout here. Pat's going to say throw the guard and walk away.
I don't think Pat's mic'd.
I mean, I could make the draw pretty good where I actually push this a little bit. Yeah, well, it makes it very finite.
To me already feels like
you can actually.
So are they worried that if they throw up a guard, that they run it back and pick the red one out for 4? Is that the worry?
I don't think so. It's only for 3. That top one's still not in, is it? Did that get moved? I don't think
that top one's not in.
Mark Shooter, so it would be for 3. I don't think they're worried about that. I'm not sure what they're worried about, though. Like Mike's talking about coming in, crossing the face, and tapping the yellow to take away the pick. This is where you say, like, isn't there something harder we can play? Like this. Yeah, he's going to come in and tap that, like cross it, get in the pocket, and tap it so that it guards the back one a bit.
He's trying to bump the one that's top 4.
Yeah.
And like, so what, you can shrink it up an inch, maybe half an inch.
Like if he's going to tap it, he's much better to tap it like a little bit high, isn't he?
And Jacobs is always throwing that shot no matter what.
This is the only way they're going to go up for this end, folks, so buckle up. We got action.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think as a front ender, I might be laying down on this one.
Yeah, let's guard it. Let's take our chances.
Yeah.
We give up 3, we give up 3. We're up 2, and if we steal one here, holy moly, we're in good shape.
Good.
It's already out of his hand, so I can't change it now.
No.
His Apple Watch must be dead.
Easy. Curl. 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 Curl.
Definitely don't want to tap this.
Curl.
See, I think you want to keep this straight. Yeah.
Whoa.
I really didn't do anything.
Really?
It's got to pick for 2.
Yeah. I was wondering if there's anything on or don't curl.
Yeah,
don't curl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a
couple inches that way, and you got him for it. You got almost an automatic steal.
I mean, it wasn't a great call, and then it wasn't, great sweep. They were kind of in the middle of those 2 calls.
I don't think so.
Now, what do these guys think they're seeing?
I just think it's going straight onto it. With how split with the distance between.
It doesn't want to go in.
This is why the teams need more time, is because they're wasting a lot of time on pretty obvious calls, isn't it?
No.
Looks like just a pick for 2 here. They found it.
Well, there's the pick easier than hitting the 4. I guess that's not a guarantee that the 5 stays there.
Right, I guess, yeah, you could just nose
Could
that
do that
red
with
one.
hack or something.
Yeah.
This looks more like a Brad Jacobs kind of shot. It would turn down the line.
I think they were wondering if they could hit that top red one and spill the shooter in for 3.
I told Mark just first.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we need to be throwing.
Stays a little higher, too.
At
the last second,
like too much high? Yeah. What's that?
Oh, so Mark giving him the gears right now, just saying you guys really swept that wrong, eh? Because you put in the worst spot.
Yeah, how stupid are you guys is the translation.
Yeah, wow. And everyone says he's a good guy, eh?
Final stone, 3rd end, and a very good chance to tie this game up for Brad Jacobs. Contact on this back red one will do it. Not throwing it super hard.
Easy! Whoa! Curl! 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 Curl tie!
Got a curl. Got a curl. Oh, beauty.
2 yellow, and we've got a tie game after 3 ends. We'll take a quick break and bring you some more action after this.
Good shot, Cupsy. Real good.
Rio Mare. Great taste needs little. Prime quality tuna and selected olive oil. Rio Mare, the real taste of Italy.
Welcome back to the Players' Championship, the crown jewel of the Grand Slam of Curling series, now owned by the Curling Group after what has been the most successful slam season in, I think, ever, maybe since the original. We're wrapping it up with the Players' Championship from Toronto, Ontario. Brent Lang, and joined by Craig Saville.
Got room.
We're going to bring you the next 5 or maybe even 6 or who knows, 7 ends the way this is going. Tight battle between Team McEwen, Team Jacobs. Team McEwen will have the hammer in 4. And
top 8.
Yeah, interesting few ends there.
Hate to say we told you so, but I think the guard was the play there.
Yeah, I think so. A lot easier from up here.
Always.
Watch this one, it might be straighter. Wait's close, top 8.
So guard and then straight come around. I see a lot of teams throw the corner in this situation.
Not a great center guard there by Connor. Wrong depth and off by a rock and line at least.
Almost those high guards pretty useless out here. Can get around those pretty easily with just through weight.
Not a bad end to blank.
Mark's in for the blank.
Okay.
Thinking that if you were going to try and blank, you're probably going to chase that, but not a good end to give up a soft deuce. And what I mean by a soft deuce is a deuce around this guard. It's not a good steel guard. Not going to get any real pressure likely on Team McEwen, but any little mistake, you might give up a deuce with no risk of a steal. Those used to drive me nuts. That's why we didn't really do that, because we never really played defensive.
Right, and I never threw a high guard either.
Of course.
So.
You see that lady come at me when I told you when I said I'd never played with a good lead my whole life?
I did. I like it. Yeah.
Was that Dale's burner?
It's actually one of my bots that I have.
Over curl there by Connor, and if this is frozen on,
hair hot.
What do you do next?
Top 12, top 8. Okay. No, can't
Looks
go.
heavy.
So this is a classic example here of third rock down the path here. Gets a little speedy.
Really needs to slow down here.
It's a little chap off.
Great line.
And I mean, those, that's the difference. I mean, he was 6 inches a foot heavy. And what a difference that makes.
You're a little left.
Opportunity for a double here now.
Oh, yeah. Well, even if you're a hair high, I don't think it's awful, but.
Just asking for board weight, though. If you threw true board here and got a little low, you wouldn't probably kill either one of them. So Tyler's young. He'll throw.
Do we have like regular board and true board now?
Well, no, like most guys overthrow board is my point.
Sure.
It's good.
And then Mark said even if we hit it high, so of course he's gonna.
Oh yeah, then he's not hitting the guard.
Watch the shooter here. Watch the shooter. Take it. Take the shooter. Yep. Good. Okay.
See, I mean that's fine, but they're still gonna freeze in there, and you got a real problem.
It's good. 11-4.
Yeah, interesting. They didn't play a little harder.
What's that?
Like a 10 or something.
Okay. Yep. No, his out turn's a little sharp.
Here, Mark, the out turn's a little sharp, which just means a little more set.
Wait was perfect.
Definitely has a little more spin than most. Tyler may have as much or more spin than the Mowat guys.
Good, pal.
Well, it seems to work for them.
Sure does.
It seems like they can do anything with the rock.
They do what you said. They throw the right weight all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
This
really
one's
gotta go.
tight. Need to keep this.
We're gonna lose it. Come
gotta
on.
get it past the guard first of all.
Hard. You gotta bounce it.
Do not want this to over curl.
Good throw, Kev. Not enough ice, sir, man. You're just chasing shot, guys.
Okay. Not horrific, but
yeah. Board. Same weight.
Not ideal either.
Yeah, over curled by about 3 or 4 inches. Yeah. Maybe even 6 inches actually.
Chance to lie 3 here now for Jacobs.
Tardy party, he's coming. The next event of the Grand Slam of Curling is the first ever Grand Slam of Curling All-Star Game in Nashville. Tyler's coming as a special invite for his viral curling videos. You seen any of those that he made?
I have. Those are great.
Actually, some of them are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't kill it, and Interesting.
Now, I haven't seen. Is there a lot of people out there trying his shots? Because man, he's putting out a lot of time with the curling club to make some of these.
Better make this. Yeah.
I think you want to make this double no matter what, and just
he's got to
it's
roll.
getting dicey. Again, still no real danger for Mike and Team McEwen, but yeah. So the All-Star game, there's a handful of ladies down there, and we're gonna do a skills competition. There's gonna be an All-Star game. There's gonna be a Pro-Am. Johnny Moe's gonna be there, so it's gonna be a great time.
Of course. Always is when John Morris is around.
At T-Line, have you seen this facility in Nashville?
I haven't.
You've
no.
not been to Nashville either, have you?
I haven't.
Me either. Looks cool. I've heard nothing but great things.
Sounds like their slams are doing it right with the All-Star game and skills competition. That's great. A little entertainment with Pro-Am as well.
3-on-1.
Good shot there. A little harder right there, and roll behind that stagger would have been real nice.
Yeah.
I think you want to roll under here, Mark.
Good opportunity to roll under here.
See on the replay here, the double. Flash gets it carving, makes the double perfect. Nobody rolls it, but tell you what he doesn't want to do here. Mark can't knows this. We'll leave a double to lie 3.
Yeah, I don't think they're just concerned about the double. They weren't even concerned about the roll at all.
Really hung in it. It did finish like late, like in the
lefty out turn.
Easy, Tyler. Whoa. Clean. Close. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Well, yep.
Sounds close. Brad Jacobson. That's a beauty.
Perfect
Great
shot there.
Yeah. I think Brad and Mark are the only ones left saying clean out there these days. It's
Brendan says it a lot for sure, but yeah,
it's
totally
now
right.
It's either carving it or keeping it straight. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, curl straight translates to clean.
Yep. Whoa. I don't know. Kind of hoping to see contact.
Sounds close, but maybe they lost it.
Oh.
Try.
Get that out. Somebody get in position.
There you go.
Pretty good.
Good shot. Yeah, a lot better.
Double and roll. Throw. Probably nose in that, eh? Yeah, or you're wrapping top 12. Tyler, what do you like?
Don't think you can draw around top 12. Then they're just going to give him something to hit and roll behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, not if he throws enough weight.
I think you've got to make this hit and hope Team McEwen doesn't make the double and roll.
10.5? Yeah.
And if they do, they're going to get a blank more often than not, but that's better than giving up a deuce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clean, yep. Yep. Hard, Con. Hard, Connor. Hard.
I'd be complaining too.
Whoa, hard. Yep.
Keeping it straight.
Don't roll.
Oh, just stuck around in the back. 12.
So there's a double and stay.
So does Mike do? Does he play that double and kind of roll to the wings a little bit, or does he try the hit and roll under?
I think he'd play the double because any hit and roll under is going to be chaseable, right?
I think control.
That guard's too high to really be usable.
Yeah, I think if that guard was on the M and AMJ, I think you would see them hitting a rolling under, but you can chase anything going around that guard.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Hard.
I think they've missed it by the sounds of it.
Yeah, they thought they were going to call the audible there and hold off from sweeping, but Mike was relentless on the sweeping to try to get the double in the back.
Replay here, and you can see, maybe switch that, missed the double by quite a lot. So they knew by the hog line, they knew they weren't going to make it. So
yeah,
try and make the roll. Brad's got a hit and roll wide here, and this is going to be a force most of the time.
So he can get under if he wants to. It's got a little tricky that he doesn't jam on the roll in the back. You throw it close and you put the pressure on Mark to make the right call.
We don't want to do that, so let's hit and roll away.
Whoa. Clean. 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 Clean.
Sounds
Yep.
pretty
Whoops.
good.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard.
That's close. Trying to get rolling under the guard here.
Going under.
Oh, good shot.
Great shot.
And that just all came down to Wade just throwing it just through and being able to control it and rolling it under.
12-1. 12-1 and barely killed it.
Good position for that rock, just biting the top four and the under the guard.
I think they're probably chasing this, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess a couple options. You either
hard to kill it, but
draw around.
I don't
Most times you're probably just gonna go back four and leave him a freeze.
Yeah, I don't think you.
Keep my shooter underneath a little.
The runner's too long, so I think it's a back 8, back 12. Like Mike said, let's try and get our point here. Even if you don't get shot here.
Back 12.
Yeah. Scoring next is big.
He took Tyler's, so even his 2 rock now.
All right.
Verse when he's throwing.
Try and make sure I have a good, straightforward shot for 1.
Oh, there you heard it. Mike just wants a straightforward shot for 1 and nothing too hard. Good call. He was. That's what I'd be like as a skip. Just give me some open hits and draws to the 12-foot.
Both Mike McEwen and Rachel Holman looking to complete the career Grand Slam here this week. Both of them missing the players. Both of them having lost multiple players finals. So the one Grand Slam jewel missing from Mikey's collection. Most people, it's the national that's hard to win, eh, Savvy?
Got there.
Finally.
Yeah. I think Rachel's won each slam a couple of times at least. This is the only one.
Overthrown that one, but.
Well, he might have a bit of a tricky shot in his last one. He's probably going to have to throw a very similar shot in his next one.
Didn't stay for second either. Not that that's huge, but
almost replacing it.
Just a little bit heavy, I think. Probably had the line right. Probably 6 or 8 feet heavy. Would have got a little extra curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to move it, right? So I had to make sure we moved it.
Full 8, nibble the 4.
And you hear Mike, he just wanted to remove that rock and get it out of the way, so it sounds like he probably threw it a little heavier, knowing he just wanted to move and didn't want to be light.
So if this is anywhere but right on the tee line on the button, I think you'll see Mike draw.
Just wait, Brad.
Just wait.
Half in
Thinking this might be best. Instead of here, just make the draw a little wider.
Yeah, you bet. So where do we want to be? Full 8?
Yeah, full 8's perfect.
Full 8? Okay.
You may just throw the outturn draw then, no?
Yeah. You like that?
I think you want him to chase here.
So I think so too. I think if you go half in the 4, just make him throw the exact same shot.
Yeah, I would want to go almost like full 4, almost right to the tee line, so that he does throw a chase. I think that's the only way you're going to get a miss, but you never know. It's a gut feeling. Maybe they think the outturn path is tricky. That's the only way this makes any sense to me.
I mean, Jacobs did miss in the second end by because he had to throw it a little wider and it was a little light, so maybe he's thinking it's tricky to having to go a little further out, but tough shot on the sweepers. They sweep it too far, you just could have a nose hit for 1.
Really good.
That's perfect.
Good spot though.
I would think Mike's just going to throw the outturn.
We know both.
Draw.
Yeah.
This will be a slight bit tighter.
This is where Jacobs threw in the second end, where he came up just short. So I mean, the weight should be fine here.
I would think so.
Yeah.
It's the 4th end. I mean, 5th game of the week.
I'd be telling Mike throw what you normally throw here, and maybe they have to sweep it a couple feet, and that's it.
Important shot. It is against 3, I believe, so. Final stone of the first half of this game. Team McEwen skip Mike McEwen needs better than full 8.
Hanging there. Good line.
Line's good. It's in the hands of the sweepers now.
Yep. Okay, you're good,
I doubt it'll ever get to that yellow one unless he's really light.
We're on the tee.
Well, they seem to like it right now.
Starting to curl now.
They're just cleaning it right into the top. button there.
Looked pretty easy there, and that'll be a single, and we'll go into the fourth end break with Team McEwen up 3-2 on Team Jacobs. Come back in 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll give you the second half of the game action.
Every day you go new places. A small change in how you do things, or moving your things to a whole new town, or many things to many towns all at once. No matter how small the move, it can be a big leap from where you are now. You've got it in you to go new places. So do we. We go there every day. We're here to help you move to places on the map, in the mind, in the heart, or all three.
Go new places with AMJ Campbell. Contact us at 888-AMJ-MOVE or amjcampbell.com.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casual.
Fire, but Cups has gone away from the goal line. Welcome back to the action. Fourth end break is complete. We've got 4 ends, maybe even an extra to decide who's going to win this all-Canadian battle. Good force for Team Jacobs, but Team McEwen still holds a slight advantage, a 1-point lead, but Team Jacobs will have the hammer in the 5th. Make some predictions here, Sab. How are they going to play the 5th end here for Team Jacobs?
Team Jacobs, they would be okay with a blank here going into 6. So I think they'll just be cautious. They don't want to give up a deuce.
So no corner guards? They'll go around the center, you figure? I think assume so. Mike's got to throw center.
I would. Yeah, so, yeah, I would, Mike's throwing the center. I would assume Jacobs is going around this. But who knows? And look, you proved me wrong. Perfect.
I like it.
Yeah.
Analytics wasn't really a thing. Like, how much do you work with your guys with the analytics? Obviously, you have some access to it.
Yeah, we do a little bit. It's we've done a lot of bit of like, hey, are we supposed to throw a corner, and like, what are we more successful in getting deuces and stuff? And you know what? It comes down to shot making. That's what
weird,
it is.
Eh?
Yeah.
So like when you make 8, you get more points.
We're trying to avoid not making any shots and getting deuces.
I've been searching for that strategy forever.
We figured out after analyzing game after game, we can't.
Okay.
So it just comes down to shot making, whatever your strategy.
There it is. Somebody should clip that and put it into every conversation about strategy ever. It's rare that you make calls, make all the shots, and think our strategy steward us. I mean, it happens. Not very often, though.
I do like throwing a corner, throwing one around, and having that one buried for the rest of the end, because that's always a worry for the other team.
This rock should come down.
Trying to,
But yeah, as far as like, you will go around you, we try to analyze that, but again, it's just
curl.
who's playing better.
Okay.
That's usually who wins, yeah. Comes down to a shot-making contest.
Yeah.
Just chip it.
So it's interesting. They move these center guards around pretty quick, if they're not on the center line.
Today they do, and that's the other thing. You don't want to be ultra predictable either. You want to switch some things up. But Brad's team, the scouting report, if I was making one, is they don't like it junked up in the middle. I would say the same thing about Mike. They don't tend to like it with the hammer junked up in the middle either.
Tyler. Clean. Whoa.
And you know what, with their regular team too, like Jacob's regular team, they're so good at run backs that they're trying to avoid the double run backs. 'Cause all these run backs, they're going to make them 90% of the time. So they're just trying to avoid that.
So a bit of a missed line call there. Connor threw it well enough to make it, but if that red one goes another rock, at least there's a hole between the reds. Now there's no hole, and there's two corner guards are nice though for offense. One of my questions or thoughts is in the odd ends, teams are really working hard to make sure you score here, Brad. And if I'm Brad, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, force me to 2. Maybe even force me to 3.
Sure.
We're going to play this then because you don't think we will, and sometimes I will and sometimes I won't maybe, but decent come around there. A little heavy, back of the button.
Yeah, we worked a little bit on analytics, just saying like, hey, what are the percentages of like you winning a game or losing a game? And yeah, like getting a deuce here is a significant advantage. So if I'm McEwen, I'm just trying to avoid a deuce.
Lock one in and then maybe the runner.
You heard Mark there, lock one in and then the runner. They know they're going to freeze, so freeze it right on the nose here for Young Tardy Party. And then it's going to be up to Kevin Marsh to follow and freeze it right on the nose, so the runner is much harder to get rid of.
Now, interesting, he has his hat straight for this shot.
And he's missed it.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
You know what?
Well, maybe he hasn't missed it. Connor to the rescue.
14-9. Come on.
Easy.
14-9 should be there.
He's in line a bit, though. Don't want this to over curl.
Great sweep.
That's a great sweep.
That's a good sweep. Pretty good shot. I mean, yeah, ideally it's over curled a little bit, but pretty good. Not sure why we're going with this turn here. With the intern, I mean, I guess they just threw it, but he's going past the guard and he has to over curl by 2 feet.
Interesting. Wants to get like the other way, even if you're a little short, the angles are much better. Short here, the angle is good for, it's usable actually for Brad.
Yeah.
Yep. Hard.
So definitely don't want to hit the guard here.
No, that's not part of the plan.
Stay down. Keep
going. Got to get across the face of the yellow. That's a pretty good spot there.
Pretty good, but if that was the other turn and it was light, it would have been better, I think.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
You play to make them, but great sweep there. And I don't know that Kevin's first one's not a bit of a cutter.
Our first thought was straight back.
Over curled on a few.
That was our first thought.
Straight back.
Don't know if it's any good or not.
I don't think it is, actually.
That's good. I'm good with that.
Straight back, and they make the freeze better, and then what's your next shot?
Right. Well, then you've got your own rock, I guess, to run back. Yeah. But, yeah, you're right. If they throw this on the nose.
Can you roll it? Maybe roll it a little bit, but I don't think the shooter's going far if you make this double.
Nope.
Good angle there. You can see how much spin Tyler puts on it, and didn't save him here.
Oh.
Okay.
Good or bad? Nobody knows. Made a double.
I say not great. How about that?
I would agree. Yeah, you get one right there.
And that was their savior, too. That was frozen on the other one. Now that yellow's pretty vulnerable.
So close. So just whiskers by the top one. And
absolutely nothing. I love what Tardy's doing, though, with his run backs. He's really spinning them. And I think that should be taught more with these run backs is you get more action on the shooter. If you have more rotation.
Keeps them straighter, too.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to keep them on line, though. This sounded like it was going to hit the guard right away.
Hard! Whoa!
Oh, that just got by.
Bit of a sweeping contest here, and that needs to curl, though.
Ooh, angles aren't great now for red.
You like the run?
Yeah, I think out turn just a little low.
Yeah. You like the out turn, eh? Yeah.
Just
good.
got by the guard. Didn't get to the nose of that one, so that reaffirms to me Kevin's got a bit of a cutter. I know they swept it, so a bit different trajectory, but still.
But he was tighter.
Yeah, that should have got there.
Yeah, that should have easily. Yeah.
Damn, I thought it would, like...
He's going to spread right around the yellow, or will it tick the yellow on the way by, Savvy? Depends where he hits it, obviously, but...
Depends, but I think it misses the yellow.
Looks like it.
It looks like they have a good chance of lying two buried here.
Hog line violation. Got that going for us.
Yeah, he's a lefty, though, different angle. Right.
Curl, 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 curl.
Whoa. Whoa. The other yellow, does it
Does
stay?
It hang? Very nice.
Oh, good shot.
Breeze. Still sticking with the
You
intern.
gotta throw. Well, you can throw either turn. Yeah. Good sweep, fellas.
Could have thrown either turn before as well. Yeah,
I mean, I don't see a reason to switch now. With the out turn, you could bump it easier, but big shot here for Flash. That one holding on is somebody's going to score this end.
Yeah, I think we gotta go here.
So it's all offense now for Jacobs and throwing
wider.
draw shots, but it's all defense for McEwen.
You got get
This is one of those situations where pretty easy shot for these guys, but you got to make it or you're going to give up a big end. This one's got to curl.
And got to go.
Okay, good shot.
Well, we're going to see a draw or another run back here.
What do you think, the same shot?
He's going to play the same shot. I would think a draw makes a lot of sense.
Guys are thinking same shot.
Why we didn't Pardon me?
The guys are thinking the same shot.
He didn't want to, I could tell.
If I'm a little low and open it up, it's pretty good.
Sure. You like peel again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in my skill set, so I don't play this, but...
So this is what's changed in the last few years. I mean, these guys are so good at these run backs. Typically would have been a top 8 freeze to the red and, you know, maybe play a run back later for
He seemed locked in on the end.
3. But instead he's playing the run back now.
I know, but
It's going to roll it behind the corner guard again, and then they draw and do it again.
Yeah, that's right.
They might get 5.
Yeah, they keep drawing. They keep raising.
Yep. Yes. Real hard.
Mark didn't love that one out of his hand.
That isn't.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Whoops. Opportunity to lie at 2. Oh, they're freezing.
Okay, so this is the same. Yep. The third end. Sorry, Cups.
Interesting. I would have thought you would just hit and roll and lie 2.
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be a pretty skinny double on the Reds.
Unless you rolled threw it pretty hard and rolled pretty far, but I would think so too. Good freeze here though. What does Brad do? I guess he comes down and taps it, leaves you a shot, but if he gets a good angle, you're guarding for your life, and then you're probably only giving up 2 though, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you knew you were going to make it, maybe this is a better shot?
Maybe.
Maybe. Not for sure. We're going to find out.
We'll let you know in a couple minutes.
Out turn, draw to the button. I don't think I'm giving away trade secrets. That's one of Mike's favorite shots.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you're a skip and one of your favorite shots isn't draw to the button, you got a problem.
Right.
It shouldn't be a skip.
Line's good. Line's good.
It shouldn't maybe curl if your draw the button's not a favorite shot.
Okay. Take a look. Take a look.
You got to be okay drawing the button.
Needs
all
the
the time.
curl, boys. Can't bounce.
Ooh.
Pretty good, but he could get to the nose here.
Kind of what I was thinking. Cups was.
He just needs to tap this just a couple of inches, really.
Back 4.
Volunteers got it.
You can hear the excitement in Mark and Brad's voice here. Big opportunity.
But you know if something good is around. If you just watch Brad bounce back and forth, and you know there's something good.
Well, somebody is. You got.
Well, the yellow.
They can't do that. Like, if you see them,
it's hard to do and kill the 8.
It's happened twice.
Like in order to touch the 1, you got to hit it like here.
Mike discussing in the back there. He's not happy with his teammates.
Saying get to nose?
I'm not sure if he said they can't do that, so I don't know if there's one of the officials is moving or scorekeepers or something.
You don't think he's going after his players?
No, maybe the other team. I think he'd talk to his own players. He's one of those skips that knows the names of his players.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, it's new school,
Oh.
not old school.
Not sweeper 1, sweeper 2?
Sweeper 2, yeah. Still can't believe Wayne made us call him Mr. Madaw.
It only ever plays for a deuce, though. But
I think deuce is a good score here, though.
For sure it is. Come down, bump it on the nose.
awful, even if you just did this.
I think we had to play that freeze. I don't know what else to do.
Well, yeah, just.
I think he's guarding if you do
Any
that.
type of guard, though, and
Yeah.
I like the tap shot.
So back
four.
Back 8, back 4.
Yeah, back 8, back 4.
You need a way to get rid of that one Mike just through. Right now you can't get rid of it. I guess you could with a rocket on the nose, but Mike's probably going to take that away if you don't do anything. Important to stay shot here, do you think, Sav? If you're yellow?
No, not.
More important free.
Not ideally. I think you want to stay third shot.
Yeah, I would agree
sure.
with that for sure.
Because then if they guard, you have a run back that you should be able for 2.
Tap this right out of the 4-foot, and yeah, Mike can kind of guard for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
First skip rock for the man they call Cups.
Guys know the spot. You can hold rocks really well too in this spot.
2014 Olympic gold medalist. Still hurts to say it, eh, Craig?
Oh, you know what? He hasn't thanked us yet.
He didn't even have to beat us.
For the Briar, no, he didn't have to beat us, but it was more the Briar win the year before.
2013.
Yeah.
This is going to tap it far enough for sure. That's tapping it just too far.
Probably guard.
So I think probably guard is right.
Guard, but you can run. Yeah.
You might be able to get both those reds. Anything onto the left side. You can see the replay here. He hits it perfect.
Yeah, straight, like dead.
Yeah, if he just stops there.
Heavy.
Yeah, just back 4. Would have stopped there, would have been perfect. You got to be careful with the guard here because he is running that in, and you can get both reds moving.
Only other shot would be like tapping.
Would be could tap the red one, out turn tap straight to the back 4.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would probably see.
And it's for 3, is it? Well, if he hits it right.
You know, you throw the guard here. Brad's probably making contact with something with one of those rocks.
Could just freeze
Probably
right on the nose.
Yep.
Don't freeze on it.
I think we guard.
We guard.
Oh, that was
very
quick.
Taking a hair more ice than your other one. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I like Mike's freeze. I mean, he just threw it. You freeze it right on the nose, and you're giving up a simple 1, but hammer and 6.
If you had to steal, then you go around and you play this little tap, the red on the left
third
side.
Shot.
Yeah.
Right to the side of the button.
Yeah, if you had, but he's going to take his chances, throw a guard here. I mean, Jacobs has to make a beauty run back to get those 2 reds moving and spill the shooter out.
There are ways.
If we just run it and hit in this pocket, right? We're getting 2.
Final stone for Team McEwen. They've got 12 minutes left. They always use all the time. It doesn't matter, you know, if they've got lots.
Don't there right now. Room.
They tend to use it. Cups, Team Jacobs is the same.
Yep, straight. Just gotta bite center. Easy, curl.
Stop.
Curl.
I think if you just watch this one, you're gonna like where it stops. Yeah.
A lot of panic for just a clean situation at the end.
Right into the crotch.
Yeah.
Tick, tick.
Now, can he?
You can tick the red.
Tick the red too. Might be able to get both.
Okay. Should be pretty straight. Shot.
Well, you know he's going to be close.
It's the height.
Yeah, you don't love this if you're Team McEwen, which goes back to, do we love throwing the guard there? We could have froze and forced them. Needed to be a pretty precise freeze too, or he could have tapped and tried to force him, but sure. Well played end by both teams really, and time for Brad Jacobs to pay it off here for the boys. Just a hair high. Big fade there.
Right early.
Oh, I think he got a mistake here. That wasn't very good for Brad. Doesn't miss by that much very often, and the gamble pays off for Team McEwen, and they'll steal one and go up 4-2 heading to the 6th end with Team Jacobs with the hammer. We'll have it for you when we get back right after this.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable. And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes?
They are a game changer.
And the brooms? Light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line. It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Welcome back. Sixth end action. All 4 sheets are in action here at the AMJ Players Championship. Grand Slam of Curling, the wrap up to the Grand Slam of Curling season. We're going to crown 2 champions, a men's champion and a women's champion on Sunday. Before that, though, we got to decide who gets a chance to play in the playoff round. McEwen in the playoffs. Jacobs battling for their playoff life. McEwen up 2. In the most important ladies game for Team Einarson anyway, unfortunately for them, Team Yoshimura is up 3-0 on Team Schwaller. Schwaller is yet to score, playing the 6th end.
My first instinct was stop.
Other ladies game, Gim up 5-3 on Tabata, and then we've got Muscadovitz and Dropkin. Muscadovitz up 2, playing 6 on Dropkin, who they've got momentum in the wrong direction. They're on the same bus as Team Retorn has right now, and it's heading for a cliff.
Yeah, I think the Worlds was a long week for them, and
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
We've all been there. It's not much fun. It doesn't feel much different in terms of what you're doing out there, and the results just tend to be much different.
These, like coming into the Players' Championship too, if you don't have any momentum, I mean, there's no easy games out here. They're so tough. It's the best of the best out here. And that can be pretty demoralizing if you play just good. You got to be great to win games out here.
Going to find yourself at Mickey Finn's an awful lot across the road.
Line. Okay. Good spot.
We're on 2 in here.
Might be stacking though.
Brad's going to throw double corners. I don't know if that's same side or other side. Other side, in turn from Connor.
Looks like it. So does Mike go tight guard in front of those 2? It looks like those are 2 lined up pretty good.
Yeah, I think he'll probably go about halfway. I thought I heard him say. If the lead was reversed, I think Jacobs is a team that spreads them out in the 8-foot, which I kind of like that.
Yeah, they'll choke off kind of one of those corner guards.
I like
make you hit and roll.
Yeah, and I like it because when I'm down and have the hammer trying to score, I hate it when they do that against us. So that makes it a good strategy in my mind.
100%. Yeah. Now these ones are so lined up. I mean, if you get one real good right in front of it, they're always running it back. Probably get those moving.
I don't hate choking that left corner guard right now because that one that Connor just threw isn't very useful. It's higher than halfway.
Yeah.
Although it is, we've seen it, Sav, a little bit dish this week where the chases and around the corners have straightened on them, and we've seen the miss be wide around corners. Seen some flashed, hands in the air, like what happened to that with anything from hack to peel.
Yeah, I saw that with Rachel earlier in the week. She had a shot to win that was probably saw 3/4 around a corner guard that she just played, and she elected to play the draw instead. Made the draw, but no wrong call, but she just said, yeah, it's a little straighter out here going to the wings.
Like 12 and a half, high 12s.
So good setup for Team McEwen, but if Tyler can get through here with backline weight, chip it. The key is the shooter behind the corner guard doesn't really care where that red one goes.
Update, Tyler's hat's backwards again.
So he has a chance.
Yeah.
Actually, they did get that one there last end, but.
Oh yeah, he actually made both his shots.
This one looks pretty good.
This looks pretty good though.
It's sit.
Down.
Very good try.
Yeah.
Stays pretty buried.
Yeah, well done. Mike's got to go deal with that one now anyways, and then they can go and play with that one in the 4-foot.
Don't have to fool around with it.
Good draw. Anybody feeling that? I'd love to see a team come out and just say, screw this. We're just going to get after it. Just constant pressure on the other team. Draw one around top 8. What are you going to do? You're going to play that shot again? We're going to draw another one around top 8. It's not a very hard shot.
Yeah.
Never sounds scary. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Whoa. Never in doubt.
Oh. Looked like it picked it at the end again.
He hated it.
Yeah. So bad they weren't even trying to carve it in there.
Well, the one thing I agree with Nicodine on is I don't think you can carve a peel, can you? Because if you can carve a peel, the draws should be able to go off the sheet.
Yeah. Oh, God, have you? Sometimes they do go off the sheet with this carving. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's down to one of those things, like, we got to try something, though. Like, we can't just stand here and look
I know,
at a rock.
it's totally that.
Yeah.
We used to yell at it, say curl, but nothing would happen. Now when we say it, somebody does something about it.
Right. And maybe nothing happens when they're throwing peel.
Clean. Whoa. Nice.
Bump that into the open and stay there a little. That's a good shot.
I think I'm old school curling here. I like this clean coming out of Jacobs when it's close.
Very nice, Timon.
The out. When we're pushing, it's always the in.
Yeah, I love it.
It definitely has to be the in if you're gonna move it.
What's that? Not withdraw.
Just worried about it being a little straighter with this intern coming home here.
I mean, you're just throwing top 8.
I mean, it's a little bit straighter, but it's still 4 feet of curl.
Should be able to get to one with top 4 foot waist.
Yeah, and this is a really high guard too. Again, I think you can over curl this with draw weight.
Whoa. We can wait. We can wait.
Wants his to end up top 8 buried and just move that yellow kind of off the red a bit. Open it up.
Top 4. Hard. Wait's good. Hard.
Got to go for everything here.
Hard down.
The straight spot's really curling.
Wait's really good. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Really got to go here. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Mark, try the triple, thin triple.
Little over curl.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. You ever hit and rolling deep? Shot.
Are we playing something here?
First thought was that, yeah. Shot.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Like they know they can easily get shot rock out anytime they like.
Throw the in.
On either side, actually.
Can you throw the in, Mark?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
With like firm?
Yeah, even normal if you want.
Or do you like the out better?
No, that out's gonna climb that hill.
I like firm.
Sure.
Throw it hard, yeah. Throw 8.
So they trying to get into the one on the button, like a little double here, or just playing a really hard hit and roll?
Oh, I think they're just trying to get in there underneath and just sort of tap that red one over.
Wonder why so hard then. Don't think you necessarily want to move that one. It's in a pretty good spot for you.
Curl, whoa, straight. No, curl.
Good shot
there. That's a good shot. Yeah, that's a beauty.
That's why. That center one's got to come back. Yeah.
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 Good shot here, Mark Kennedy.
Think so.
Perfect speed. Bumps it to a pocket so that one top 4, the yellow one's the one that's never leaving.
I mean, they could also just come down, throw like, I throw a board weight. It gets a little scary keeping all those yellows in play though.
Bolton Flash.
Yep.
He will also be in Nashville. One of the players voted in.
Ooh. So
all right, it looks not good. Like
didn't get the yellows out and kept that frozen, that top one.
I think it's better. Where do they go that's any good? Like those staggered corners are kind of, there's not much they could do.
Are we throwing a guard here?
What do you think? Come on down. We got some time here.
What are you guarding?
Maybe.
The right one?
I'd like to save it if we
I don't think you can guard. They're always going to be able to get one out.
Yeah, you just don't want him to get rid of 2 of them.
He guards the right, then he just noses the yellow
left.
one.
Guarding the 3
exactly.
is another option. You could almost guard it like nice and tight.
Yeah, he probably tries the runner on it, right?
The fact that red one stayed behind the corner guard's big, because if they could go straight around a corner for like 3rd or 4th shot right now, they would for 4th shot.
I wonder if you can get around that yellow. I don't think he can to outcount that red one.
Yeah, it would over
Definitely
curl.
throwing the intern peel with kind of no worries and probably getting rid of 2 of them. Corner freeze on the 2.
It's hard to get.
He's only got 2 left.
Put it right beside the 2.
Yeah, that would be a good spot.
Yeah, top 8.
I'm just wondering.
Top 8 on the left side.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Another timeout. Team Jacobs this time. Both teams just over 10 minutes, which should be plenty of time.
Yeah, lots of time. You want
What's he doing?
nice to have 4 minutes in the last end anyways, in case it gets real complicated.
Which it probably will.
And maybe rolls.
The way this game's going with lots of rocks in play, absolutely.
Can we get rid of any of ours if I'm right here, guys?
Well, yeah, you can get rid of just the top one. So I think if you're on this side, right? It's just if you're here, he can get the top one going and this one going, right? If you're on this side, it's harder for him.
He gets one of them. He hits it right on the nose.
Still going to get 2 yellows out all the time if you're coming in there, isn't he?
I think so.
Or we're throwing a guard.
Yep.
Like you're going to get the back one probably as well if they.
So what are you guarding then?
What's the smartest play?
Sure.
Well, isn't that always the question?
Sure.
What's the smartest play? If I knew the answer, we would have already told you.
Maybe, but let's go here.
What do you like, Sav? I like the smartest play.
I like the smart. Yeah. What's the best for us?
Well, I can't
So
that's the problem here.
I like 2 calls. I like a tight guard,
Hey, Cup.
or
If
I like
guard
going
next one,
top 8
he's just
right
coming
beside
through
the
hole
other
and
red.
blasting.
That's top 8.
Okay, go here then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
So we want to be
So
on like 2/3 of this probably, right?
Yeah, 2/3 on that one.
3/4?
he doesn't want to overcurl. If he's on 3/4 of it, they blast and they get 2 yellows moving.
A little more.
At least you want it if he gets 2 yellows moving. You want him to have to lose his shooter. If you leave him a nose hit to get 2 yellows going, it's not good. Everything's going to stay really close together.
Yeah. And that happens if he's on a quarter of it. Pretty precise shot here.
Clean.
I thought we had lost.
Yep, clean. Yep, hard.
Easy, guys. Line's good.
Clean. Line's good.
Sounds like they like it. Sweepers don't look too concerned. Place it perfectly on most of that yellow. Losing line a little.
He's overcurling right now.
Okay, Mark, not bad.
And light too. Okay. That's not bad though.
Not bad. Do you ever just pick the back one?
Yeah. Yep. I think so. I don't really see anything else.
Stay shot. They
pick the back one, then
or just hit and roll over the side 8-foot. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. How do you get
McEwen then might have a.
This, like,
that's a tight hole to get the red one.
So small.
And then, or you run that one they just threw back
softly and
softly.
Probably
going
to leave a double a lot of times. So the left too.
Yeah.
Force.
Need him to deal with that. I think you make this double. Okay, so you got what?
You make this double. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't tick the middle one though. If you're cheering for Mike. And you got to be fairly close to it. Like if it ticks the middle one, it's just going to jam on the red. You're only going to kill one. You are going to leave a crotch double probably, but. Looks like about a thick half.
Yep.
Something like that. Might lose his one behind the corner.
I was just going to say, watch the shooter.
That's his force stone too.
Loses that one, we could be in for a blank.
No, don't say that. That's a swear word around here.
Oh, we're not allowed to blank. Oh, yeah.
Nick wants to eliminate blanks.
Oh, so many fun ends, though, end up in blanks.
It's true.
It's interesting.
Worried about hitting the second one and overcooked her.
Uh-oh.
Wow, is that straight?
Is that brutal? I think it's still a deuce.
It's still, yeah, there's
probably. Like you can see here, it needed to curl nothing more.
Oh, like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
He's got one left, right?
He's got one left.
So it's hard not to give them a deuce back. Or sorry, not deuce back, a double back.
Even if we topped it, Mark?
Yeah, are you freezing?
If we topped it to lay 2, like if we just tapped it to lay 2, is that okay?
That's a good find. That's the smart call this time, Cupsy.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure I wasn't quiet either. I knew how straight it was.
Freeze, stay on the angle.
Could be a 3 here.
And then
Mike's going to have to throw a rocket and get the top.
What are we trying to get to?
Yeah, kind of big.
Thick half?
Yeah.
Freeze, you like this play?
I think the less he gets to here, the better for him. If he gets to a lot of it, Mike's going to be able to drag those both out of there. If he's on more than half.
Yep.
But if
So
he's only
Frizzy,
on like
he
a
can-
quarter, an eighth even, and
He can tap this a couple of inches as long as the line's good.
first shot for Team Jacobs. Brad Jacobs, precise draw, little bump here to, he thinks, potentially set up a deuce for sure, and maybe he can find his way to a 3 here and the lead heading to 7.
Easy.
Line's good. Room.
Room.
Clean. Room.
Whoa. Whoa.
Room.
Whoa. Clean.
Room.
Not want to be heavy there.
Clean. Yep.
Yep.
Line's perfect.
Yep.
Whoa. No.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That looks
That's
really good.
Can I get lucky and get all of them I feather this?
I don't think so. It's kind of my thought at the end, but I don't think so.
Is there a double here? Yes. Yeah, but I might, if I touch
Now
the
you
5.
get through the hole and hit your red onto the yellow in the back there. And it's just a nose hit. It's still lined up.
Awfully good shot from Cups. So what's Brad's shot right now? If he fell down and didn't throw, he's going to hit that top one and he's going to get 4, right?
Yep.
Hack waiter and hold the shooter. What if he guarded that one? I'm not saying it's a good call, but what if we guarded that one? What does he have? How does he get that red one out? It's second shot still.
That's what I'm going for, Mike? Yeah, okay. Just feather.
He's got this run, or the corner run, for 4.
Yep. The yellow one on the right-hand side of the screen. So, okay, that one's out. You got to make this tick, he thinks. Wow.
This looks really hard.
Yeah, like, what if you just pick the middle one? What's his shot for 3?
He's actually got a tough shot. He's got a...
I think this is a
pick the red
mistake.
out.
I think
Yeah.
tick could move your red, and that 2 yellows might stay. You might have an open shot for 3. Pick that middle one.
I like hitting that middle one. Get that out of the way. It's hard to get rid of the red.
That was hooked badly. That was really badly hooked.
We gotta move that to here. What's our weight, Mark? Just gotta get to
Not a good throw from Mike. Self-admitted there, and
3/4.
A little hack waiter here.
not sure they found the right shot there. And I mean, if he made it, it's the right shot as always. But
back line.
Yeah, I don't think you need any more than back line. Like 6 feet more than he just threw.
Hit 3/4 of it, and that's a big turning point at a 3 here in 6.
Should be nice and gradual here, I think, eh? 11 and a half.
Key here is just getting the weight right. Let the sweepers do their thing and get to about 3/4 of the rock.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean, whoa. Clean, curl.
Wide early.
Gotta go, pal. Gotta go.
Sound worried.
Really got to curl.
Gotta hold that shooter. Through a rocket.
Just heavy.
2 yellow and another bullet dodge for Team McEwen. So 4-4 heading to 7. We'll be back. Team McEwen will have the hammer.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock.
Jim, sorry for the schoolgirl giggles. We're just saying how much of a lead it is Masters weekend, how much of a lead we would need on Sunday to get it in the house. And one of the tour stars said 50. I don't know. What is it? How many? When I write down an X, what do they give me?
Way more than 50. I need 50 balls just to finish the round, I think.
We got a tie game here in a big matchup. Both teams needing the win for different reasons. McEwen knows they're in the playoffs, but don't want to have to play in that quarterfinal if they can avoid it. And if they win this game, they will avoid it. So
that's a nice little nugget to get straight to the semis here.
2 wins away from the title.
They don't look bad.
A little extra cash, a little extra sleep in, a little of everything.
And then on the flip side, Team Jacobs,
Come on, make her good.
depending on what happens in the rest of the men's games, depending on their shootout and all those other things,
We need curl.
they need a win to definitely, not definitely stay alive, but probably stay alive. If they lose, they're not out, but it doesn't look good. Oh, they need a measure here. They need the old square.
Good. Nice weight. Good spot. Pretty sure it's on.
So if this is touching center line, this is when Mike measures it, it's off, and he throws a corner guard.
Classic. Yeah, 100%.
No, of course.
Needs to
just
know
for
anyway.
future shots.
Yeah,
you got to
even
know
if he's
for
going to
future.
play a come around right now.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why you can't see the line.
That's not how you're doing it, is it, Pierre?
Pierre, tell me that's how you're going to measure. Oh,
Bring in the boss, man.
that was it?
Did that just happen?
I thought they have the device.
I would have thought so too.
Yeah.
Wow. Or maybe
He
his
was
eyes are
pretty
just
sure,
that good.
so-
I mean, Pierre's been doing this for a long time.
Long time.
Like, I'm shocked he even measures the draw the button. He probably just knows it
Just knows.
by looking.
Jedi mind trick. So
Okay.
Dan Marsh needs being asked to make the chip, and if you could tick this off and roll in the rings, that sure would be good. 'Cause
You know, I've never been comfortable with the hammer playing the second last end. You get forced to one, and you feel like you're in trouble all the next end. Give up a deuce and the loss.
Good shot.
yeah, if that stays in the house. Yeah, now Brad's got a decision to make, and I think it involves throwing another guard.
Oh, absolutely.
Shot down.
Yeah, so Mike's really hoping for a blank or just not taking one. Although you take one over a steal, I think, with the stats these days. But I don't think all teams do that still.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And there are still, even though the analytics say you have a better chance, like I think it's 55-45 or 60-40 or something like that, up one without rather than down one with. There still are guys that debate it and wonder and feel it out. Doesn't look like Jacobs is having any trouble making deuces this game, but Team McEwen hasn't made one yet.
So that is certainly part of it. Are deuces hard, or are they just kind of wild in the game?
We got the banana peels back. Every time there's a peel, they get up and party. Should be a drinking game too. And they're sitting with Waldo.
Well, we found him. He's need to get away from the bright yellow bananas. That's a
not
little
very
too easy.
camouflage. So playing the come around here for Dan now. Want this full four, dead buried. Tyler's going to be asked to tap it to the back button, I would think.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Good shot.
I think with the slams, you know, the crowds have been getting better and better, especially this year. It's been really good. Getting more lively. Like the players love lots of noise and lots of cheering and the crowd to be involved. You know, and we've got to get to like WWF fans where they're bringing.
Oh, Nick is going to be loving what you're saying right now.
Yeah, so they need posters up. They need to dress up. You know, like let's get some booing in there to the players. I love it.
You're going to love it tonight. I believe that I have some insider information that there may be some professional hecklers here tonight.
Oh.
They're writing up material.
Are they? Because, tell you the truth, I think that's what I'm made for.
It might be,
like,
actually.
send me in the
That could be
stands,
your
and
career.
I will wear a disguise.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh, yeah, or maybe nothing. I'll go streaking.
Peanut butter slide.
But man, yeah, we should plant some guys out there and just heckle.
Going after the double peel here. Mike says we have to play it. It could come into the house and jam in there somewhere, but
yeah.
Kevin Marsh looked like a real good throw there. As long as he was sliding where he wanted to. He threw it where he was sliding.
Close. Oh, great good shot. Yeah, that's a beauty.
That's a weapon to have.
Man, he makes that easy sliding out. It doesn't look like peel coming out.
No, they talked to him earlier in the year. Like Mike's like, what I got to be careful with Kevin is that he doesn't actually accidentally throw a sub 6 second peel, just accidentally.
Really?
Yeah. I never had that problem. See, I don't have as many problems as these guys.
Three.
Wow.
Hard line.
That's why you hear the numbers, I think, too, because it's like 8 seconds, which used to be kind of just regular. You have to peel something, and then 7, 6.5 was you had to rip it out, and they've got 6, 7, 8.
I think a lot of time, I mean, that shot you want to throw as hard as you can. But a lot of these run backs, guys are getting a little smarter, and they're not throwing that mega peel now, and they're throwing it a little bit down, so you can, guys are throwing it so close, and you can just sweep it now. And you can do a little bit of movement of keeping it straight or carving it.
A little overcurl there from T-Bone, as Kennedy calls him, Tyler Tardy. So a chase now to lie 2.
Curl. Green. Straight.
It doesn't look like a carving situation, does it?
Yes.
Straight.
I don't think so.
Just want to make sure.
Probably want to roll that as far as you can.
You got to get by that one, though, Langer.
Yep. Great shot.
Yeah.
I think you want to do like
That's
this.
clean.
Yeah.
It was clean. Again,
probably
they
would
could
have
have just
done
got it.
Like,
I think we should have a tally of every time, like, just clean would have been good out of their hand instead of this carve straight.
See on the replay, hits big half, 2/3, and sneaks it by the back one, rolls wide, lies 2 with the hammer, and only 1 center guard, which is the higher one. Johnny, how are you?
Yeah.
Real good spot for McEwen right now.
This place is full of legends tonight. John Kawaja in town even. We must be in the center of the universe in Toronto.
Oh, look at this.
How's that?
Stay on top. Oh, just rolls
what a great
too
shot,
far.
but
yeah, good shot.
Sorry, Mark. Yeah, that's almost a perfect line call, and half the time that ends up perfect, and half the time it does that. So
that's their sports psychologist right there saying you have to apologize if you miss something by half a millimeter.
Would you play this soft, or would you just say, let's just nose it?
I think you just nose it, and there's a pretty good blank situation right now. Just hit out here in the wings.
Yeah, I think Brad would have to kind of go around even top 12 or something. He can't let you blank, so.
No.
This is fine. I just, ooh, these are straightish, and that was straightened.
These are straight out to their wing here. Especially on this side here.
Easy hack.
Really wants to kill this yellow. First rule of a takeout is you got to take it out.
Not quite. Lies 2.
Left to double, though, maybe.
Blank. Looks less and less likely.
Really flat, Mark.
I just don't know what that got you that nose didn't get you.
Like, I don't think it's there, huh?
You could freeze then, even if you bump it a little.
I can't hear you.
I like that if I'm Mike. If my opponent's going to freeze there and I nose it, and it's like, okay, this is 0 danger, and you're a millimeter away from at least a deuce.
Yeah. I would think right now, you got a few rocks. You hit the outside one, roll towards the center. You're going to set up a double eventually.
That's what
Maybe
I like.
you play the freeze a little bit later.
I just wonder if like this is better or no.
Mike likes it and hates it at the same time.
Risk reward, baby.
Yeah.
I think it's
He doesn't want to get forced, but hey, it's a good chance for 2 or 3 if they're freezing.
You might be freezing again. Yeah.
You're going to be tapping later, for sure.
The only other thing is trying to work him to lay 2 or force him, right?
You're thinking maybe something like this?
They just want somebody to score 1 here.
Either like nose it.
I don't think you can nose that one. They hit and roll on top, and you're dead.
Sure, right?
Yeah, it's not a great guard, is it?
Huh?
And they talked about the come around to the top 4, which is a little scary.
Yeah.
Only thing is
Especially you're not perfect, and that guard is
knows it.
semi-tight, but
you can't.
I think you do have to roll, Mark.
You have to roll it. You can't nose it. You're leaving them a perfect hit and roll to be, okay, now that's settled. It's either a blank or a deuce unless we take on lots of risk and go around the center.
Normal?
Trying to nose it or roll?
Ideally, you roll 1 or 2 rocks over.
We're just nosing. On the nose?
I like the roll.
Okay.
Has to be rolled.
Yeah.
9 1/4.
Mike never draws if you're not shot here when it stops, does he?
Ooh, he might. I think he's hitting, though.
I do, too.
Yeah.
Clean.
Just that biter, that one that Flash
clean.
didn't
Yep.
kill, is
Clean.
changes this end in a big way.
Now, maybe on Mike's first one he might, but right now he's kind of trying to leave things blank
Really nice
open.
sweep.
It's a good shot.
Shot rock, too.
Shot
Really
rock,
good
too.
shot.
That's real big.
Good as you can do, I think. Good scrub.
There.
Chase it and roll back.
Yep.
Perfect weight on both.
Good call.
9.25, 9.6.
Didn't roll to the wings, still no double.
You ever go here?
And Jacobs is forced to draw.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what.
You don't go back there.
Kind of in fourth city right now.
He's going to try to shrink it. But it was you back there, right?
We're playing for 2 now.
Well, their shot
That's
is
the
like,
shot.
Can do chase that.
I think that's still the shot if you're trying for 2.
Yeah, because that red one that's back 8 is, you know, an edge on edge. It's a little bit buried. There's no double off that rock.
And I knows it.
So you can roll, as long as you count the other one and roll more than a
foot and a half.
foot.
Yeah.
Play back line, hack weight, hit half of it. If you roll out ever, like you don't want to leave him a double.
Well, if you roll out, then Jacobs hits the back one, and then you're going around
And
top
you draw,
4.
right? And
you're going top 8.
Yeah, I like that.
And you're avoiding the run back.
You can expect this to curl for you, unlike your last shot.
I think they found a little hack waiter hit and roll to his broom.
Colton Flash.
Just hack. Back line.
Final third stone for Team McEwen in the 7th end.
Back line. Back line. Just back line. Oh, you gotta go.
Sounds real tight. Switch to the nose.
Whoa. Just back line.
Don't want to roll just a raw.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Roll right on
So
top of
over.
your own. Okay.
Okay. Well, it forces Jacobs' hand now. He's freezing.
Great.
Oh, yeah, well.
Thinking right there, Mark.
Going out on a limb. Definitely no blank now.
Scoring?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Someone scoring.
You don't see the blank?
Somebody scoring.
Like bumping him like a
Somebody
foot.
score now, yeah.
Try to get
There's no hate mail coming for this end anyways.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Really?
No. Needs it all the way back there. Breeze on the nose, and then his Mike's kind of got to draw the tee line, doesn't he? Like just in front of the tee line for shot. Full 4, I would think. Can't follow. Brad's just thrown this. He's going to be able to make it again.
Hard line.
Yeah, go ahead for line.
Yeah, I think you got to throw this one top 4.
This isn't very good. Cupsy's getting extra curl on the in-turn right now.
Well, this is the side that's curling like crazy that they're taking extra ice for.
Not awful, Brad. Not a bad spot.
Didn't roll like a couple of rocks.
Should have been enough time to get there.
So interesting. Mike's got to get this over the top of the reds. And try to stay as close as he can to the 4-foot. Because Jacobs is freezing again.
Well, I mean, ideally,
To try and roll this to an in-off spot so that when
Yep.
he freezes.
Absolutely.
It's really hard to do though, and because you got to get it out of the 8-foot and you need to hit it thin. Like you got to get it back to that G-Sock logo.
Somehow he's got to try to get this to the 12-foot and roll his to the tee line.
Straight, but it'll.
Could never get low, eh? No.
You throw it hack.
Dead frozen.
Yeah.
Right on it.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I think I try to hit about half.
Well, he's coming off his half.
Hit and stay. If you could roll it right, roll it right into the 12-foot. You might roll it far enough for the in-off. And even if you don't, put some pressure on Brad. And he didn't really put a great effort on the last one, so maybe you get an over-adjust. He overthrows it or sets it, and
yeah.
One rock quicker, but okay, a little more release.
Make it go away and stay.
Make this one first. Yeah, that's important.
Mike McEwen's first and 7. Chance to lie 3, tie game.
Where's the weight? Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean. 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 Whoa, curl.
It just saw this shot not long ago. Didn't need curl then, and it don't know that it needs curl now unless he's heavy.
Close.
Roll that, boy. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, that's real good.
I agree, Mike. That's perfect.
Yeah. Now,
Skip say, I'm the best. No, you're the best. No, I'm talking to myself.
Best we could do, I think.
Best we could do.
Still cheerleading for himself.
Perfect spot. So Jacobs now has to over curl this freeze. So and avoid the in-off. That would be for 3. Never a good thing when you're freezing against 3. And you have to place it absolutely perfectly.
See if Brad, he definitely didn't get soft on that one. He got that one tracking. A little extra handle, extra back.
Line's perfect.
In a spot, like you said, Sav, that's really curling. Would love to cross this a little, actually. Then the in-off is no good.
Absolutely. Needs to cross it by about a quarter of a rock.
To it. Yep. Straight.
Doesn't want to bounce either.
Guys, you got to get there. You got to get there. You got to get there. Line's perfect. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Ooh.
Good sweeping, guys. Good
That looks
Best you can do.
pretty good. I think he still's got a shot for 2 here, though.
We know it.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's straight, but at least we know it. Huh?
Well, made it
Yeah.
real tough.
This will just start.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about this one, boys.
Well, it's your theory. Do you want to be one up or one down?
Not sure, so I'm going to try the shot.
100%. And then say I meant to do that.
Because it over curled, if it didn't get low of nose there, like if that's 2 inches to the left, it's there all day.
Off his own on this, that's on the tee line right now.
And is it right to it? Not quite. If it was right to it, then it's past the top of the circle, and then it's going into it pretty hard for sure. But I don't know.
With the rocks not being super lively, that's tough to get out of the 8-foot.
I could try to pick it too.
Yeah.
Oh, an inch on the in.
Yeah.
The in-turn pick looks easier to, like more for sure makeable to me. I know it's a little overburied, but he's coming with this one. Out-turn heat. Shooter's got to go back towards that other one if the yellow's going to leave the 8-foot, I think. Sticks it right into it. I don't even think this thing hardly moves.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Accidentally getting one.
Whoa. Ah. Okay, good try.
One red. Mikey will be up 1, coming home. Jacobs with the hammer, needing a deuce to win, and he needed to hit this a lot thinner, but you can see the yellow
moved a bit,
moved
even
a
like
little.
not quite the spot where they wanted to hit it.
That was good scrub.
So regardless, it's one.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
Back for final end action. 8th end anyway, maybe not final end. We deserve bonus action. I got some this morning, working overtime today. Team McEwen probably not hoping for extra end, but that would be their preference, thinking steals maybe unlikely, but a steal is number 1 for them.
Oh,
Team Jacobs deuce for the win.
They've stolen a couple ends so far.
Having trouble finding that deuce is Team McEwen, and hasn't been a big problem for Jacobs, so best way to prevent somebody from getting 2 is usually double centers.
I think so, because you're going to see a corner here. Double corners from Jacobs.
Maybe. Usually when they throw the 2 corners, it means they're going to run back the middle at some point, and they just want to make sure they've got some guards to work with.
Always a fun end when the team that doesn't have the hammer is 1 down. You know there's going to be lots of action.
That should be an interesting end here. Double centers coming. Dan Marsh line him up, I think. I don't think this is a block the corner guard type of situation. And then if they can, Team Jacobs generally likes to go straight around the corner guard. But if this is high enough, it's kind of in the way.
I have seen them though when they need to score a deuce that they'll throw the double corner guards.
We will see. Time will tell.
But again,
what did they do in the Brier final? They got deuce, but how did they do it? It was to the
sure.
middle. Everything was in turn to the middle.
I was just thinking the the Worlds where they needed deuce, they went double corners.
I think with double centers, you can't, probably don't need another one, but.
Here we go, going around the center. We're both wrong.
Wow, that's just a given. Connor needs this one. This is a really big shot in this end. It needs to be buried, needs to be not behind T line, but also not top 12 or top 8, because you can get around that buried with the curl in this ice.
It's looking
right
pretty
there.
good. That is perfect.
Number of times I saw that shot made on teams I played on. Unbelievable. After 2014, I mean.
I knew there was something coming. I was just waiting for it.
Some type of asshole comment, eh? So now Kevin just going to try and lock one on there. Team McEwen trying to really close down this scoring area. Boys jumped on it right away, right out of Kevin's hand, though.
Looks late right now.
This is their second game of the day, which is not often called. Not often called for 2 games in a day at the Slams anymore, and triple centers got to be better than double centers.
Wow, there's just more action here. That's good. So Jacob's going right on top right now. So top 8, right on top of his.
What would Mike do then? Let's give Tyler this one. He's going to have to make it, but if he makes this good, lines him up, where's Mike going to go? There's no run backs, really, is there?
No, he might have to move that one that they just threw down the middle. Get that into a better position and leave one that they can run back. Taps that one back to the back 12, or sorry, top 12.
Yep, line's good. Line's good. Play the weight.
Curl, get to nose, get to nose, get to nose, get to nose, get to nose.
Good job. Great sweep.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good shot. Do you ever go around that, or do you think you can move it? It looks awfully hard.
You have enough to...
I think they've got to move that one. That's that tight red one.
We have to on the card.
Move that to the top 8, and you stay right there, and you can use a guard that you can run back.
He thinks he can make this run back.
That was good.
I think he can touch it, but you're...
I'm thinking for sure.
Holy wow.
Let's roll. 7.
Kind of an all or nothing, isn't it?
Absolutely. 7. He obviously thinks he can get it thick enough to make the double. Has to go through those 2 other guards, I can tell you that. Better be tight to those.
Slid tight and set it a bit.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
what do we know? What a shot. Wow.
Very good shot.
Pistol. Even
I think
impressed the old Mark Kencat.
You're just hitting and rolling.
I think Mike got surprised by that too.
Yeah.
Wow, what a beauty.
Does hang on there. Should have carved it, I guess. Had a millimeter of air.
At least after the tight guard, they could have carved it.
Get in position.
10.
Now a hit to lie 2. There is still double centers, but they're not staggered, so really good chance. Advantage Jacobs right now.
Gives Mike an out at least of getting around those center guards.
Never off it.
Yikes.
Great sweep. Great sweep. Good boy.
Good shot.
Good roll, but
Yeah, good.
now
Nice
something to
time.
freeze to, which is probably an advantage. Or do you tap this back?
I think you tap it back now.
I like it too.
That's
Yeah.
it's too high right now. You freeze it, you're just in the 8 foot, and you still have the entire 4 foot open.
Those spinners, man, they're easy to hold.
Colton Flash.
Big shot here. Colton.
So we've got 2 finals. Team Yoshimura shut out Team Schwaller and unfortunately knocked out Team Anderson. And then the other ladies game, 7-4, Team Gim beat Team Tabata.
Okay, it's not bad. Okay.
Overcurl quite a bit, but not horrible. You can see it on the other side now.
Now you lock one there, and this is...
If the line's good, does it make sense to tap it a bit?
I don't
If
see
the
why
line's
not.
good. I like having a piece of our yellow buried, though. Okay, guys, I got a 14.75.
Top 8, Mark.
We're 1 rock quicker here. 14.8.
Yeah. Mark's dialed in. He's saying it's 1 rock quicker here.
Yeah, I hope he means 1 path. I got to think that's what he means.
Well, I think he's one rock. I think that's how dialed in he is right now.
10 inches faster.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Yep.
We'll find out.
Go ahead if you need to. Hard. Line's good. Line's good.
No bounce.
They make
Line's
this
good.
real good, and
No bounce on this line right now.
I'm not sure how Mike's going to
Tie.
squeeze his way out of this.
Well done. Well done.
Well said. That is
Great sweep.
pretty perfect.
Good sweep, guys.
He's got to tap that one. Move
Huh?
these rocks around.
Around everything. Get around it. Yes.
Hit your red maybe, kill that top 4 foot, and then if they come and hit the yellow, at least nothing's in the 4 foot. There's more room.
You can go around. They are full 4, are they not right now? Oh, 3/4 in the 4 foot.
Yeah, that's why I like
That
moving that.
where you play this.
Could do that and try and set up
Yep.
a double and get your shooter to stay there. I don't hate that either. This looks hard, and this is all eggs, one basket. This is your shot now. This is the one you're banking on to get you out of it.
Speak your minds on these ones, okay? On these next couple shots.
Still, it's going to be fine. Fine. Weight's good.
Full team effort to find the right call. You
Line's
guys
good.
stay there. I'll grab my rock.
Line. Line only. Clean. Line only.
This is a tough shot with this curl here.
Line's good. If it's got the right weight, this is as good as you're going to make it.
sit.
Nah, it's heavy.
That hole is almost not there.
Okay.
You got to skinny by that corner guard to make that shot. So what do you do now with
What do you like, boy?
Jacobs?
Oh, shoot. Had the line.
Shots, guys.
Freeze another one on there.
Freeze ours, or we're coming around top 4.
Yeah.
Like he's got this still, right? That's tough though.
Well, we're either going
You
top
freeze
4,
another one on your
or we're
own.
freezing
The
ours.
draw's not there.
Yeah.
Right?
How much does he have of that?
He's got a sliver of it.
Right here?
Okay.
That's the one thing. If they do come down and hit that red one now and kill the one top 4, that when you hit your yellow top 8, you have to roll to outcount the back one that flashed just through. So
One time out.
if it was hard for them, it's hard for Mark too. See if he can get one through there without sliding behind the tee line. If he goes behind the tee line, you're going to see him go run for the closest bridge and take a leap.
No, I don't have much more.
Lefty
Curl.
intern as
Clean.
well. This is going to be curling.
Clean. Rub. Curl. Clean. Curl.
Check corner guard. They want to
Clean.
sliver by that one.
Yeah, I'd be careful curling this one.
Yep. Yes, Con.
That's
Hard.
Correct. Isn't it?
That's
Spin a little.
Good shot. Good shot.
Not bad.
not bad, but
Apparently that's a tough hole.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
you
hard hole.
should talk to us up here.
Like,
We're trying to tell them. Are they? Do they not hear us?
No.
well, that's why they were heavy.
Well, I mean,
14. 1.
Yeah, knows it for now. Good, you're right.
Knows it for now, and he knows it. And what do you do?
It's something
then he just
Why don't you tap it back?
Crunches those two.
Tap with that one to the back 4, so you have something to freeze to.
Yeah, I like that.
2, and this might just hook itself. And
Good judge. I definitely gave you a little more, but I was wide enough that it was a little crunchy.
You know
I
Pat
don't
Simmons
see
right
any
now. What
else.
is he
I
saying
think
to do?
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know. You can't leave that rock there, I don't think. Like, you make that intern come around and...
Yeah.
If he knows it, though, then he can just crotch it in Eli's 3, right?
Yeah.
And will there be anywhere to hide? Like, you're just trying to open up the 4 foot so you can come around something. Right now, you got to get full 4.
What about if you come around and hit that red
Right
one?
here.
What about an
Move
in off
that
the side
back.
red? Like, anything? Can you go
so.
between those yellows? Probably not, eh?
No.
Navigating this court.
Well, not with this weight on.
Yeah. The boys will think you can use it on your first one.
Let's go.
The second one's going to be pretty obvious.
As long as the Savile, I think. Tap it back 8. Tap it back 4.
Looks like too much ice, or
Not enough ice.
not enough ice.
We're probably guarding it.
Yeah, it's a different.
Feels like you need something back there to freeze to.
Or is he trying to get a little bit low, kill it?
Back heat.
It's hard to tap it back button. That corner guard's kind of in the way.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, maybe it won't be. Yeah. We'll see. Also might be playing making a play on our
First stone for Mike McEwen and what's potentially the last end. I think if it's the last end, it's probably not good news for Team McEwen.
Clean. Yep, hard, hard. Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep. Whoa.
Need whatever he was trying.
Get past that red's a good idea.
I'm not sure why Mark swept it past that red. You?
No, I'm not. He's worried about freezing or something, but that
would have been nice if that was fifth shot, because he can move a lot of granite here if he chooses to.
Yeah, so I kind of saw this too.
What's that red going to do, though?
This one?
He forgot to flip his hat around.
Yeah, it's sweeping hat.
Tyler is not in the game right now. That's what that's telling me. Or he's got his rally cap on.
They're not lying 2 and they need 2, so I think you want to lie 2 now.
What's your gut? What are you thinking?
So you crotch this.
Yeah, tick.
Get rid of those 2, then you stay, and hopefully that yellow doesn't move too much, so he doesn't have a double.
Yeah,
which I don't think he does because there's so much in the back there.
Just wondering if he comes down and does he hit this to sit 2 maybe if you jam back here?
Oh, they're talking about just nosing that red one. I don't see that being great. I was thinking you try and nose the middle one.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
What?
The yellow.
Yeah. So you're liking the nose hit on the one. Nose hit on the one, you should have a shot on your next.
You know, hit a quarter of that yellow. Spill both reds. Lose a shooter.
Don't want that yellow to spill out to a nose double.
If it stays right there, though, right. Yeah.
Like, I think you're trying to throw like a board waiter or hack waiter to get as much of that yellow as you can. Kill the left red. I think you might lie 2. I don't know, though. Maybe not.
Board weight, Mark.
So
we
can't
roll out at all.
I hear you. Hey, 12.
I don't think rolling out's, I mean, you'd have to roll pretty far.
Rolling. Oh, he doesn't want to roll like a rock or anything. I think that's what he was saying. It looks like he's trying the nose or just on the inside.
Clean. Clean. Whoa. Curl. Clean. Clean. Yep. Hard.
Did they wait too long? I think they lost it. Oh my.
No.
Okay. Not bad, Brad. Not bad.
Not even that bad. Can you rip that double in the middle?
I don't think so.
But
why not? Why not?
I think it's.
See this?
Yeah,
I think you can.
It's not good. You might be able to go the other way though. The triple.
Yeah, this way. Right? No? You think off the wide one? I don't think he's.
Did you just show that to all our?
No, I was talking to you because I don't think we speak the same language.
So Brent was using his finger.
It's the Langer straighter.
Oh, so like the double off the one on the right, the one that's top 8, or that one that's right there.
The top 8 yellow. So we can't make that double. You don't think that goes off and squirts across the top and they lie 2? They're going to run out of time, so it doesn't really matter.
They definitely need to throw
something. They literally
something.
are going to run out of time. They got 30 seconds, so Kevin's going to have to make a call.
I'm just wondering if I could nose that.
Yeah, he can. Nose that. Do you lie 2?
Oh, nose that, yeah.
Okay. Triple. What am I hitting, Kev?
Ben.
Well, we're about to find out if
this is the one I want.
Okay, well, let's see if you're right.
I just want to see, yeah. I don't.
You don't care who makes it, if he makes it or not. You just want to see if you're right.
Last shot for McEwen, 5 seconds. Here comes. Uncomfortable. Didn't get his full routine in.
Yep. Whoa.
Just beautiful set.
Whoa.
Set that pretty good. Good thing he was sliding tight, though.
No.
Definitely got it thin. Good enough.
Just.
What happened? Who looks better, us or them?
Wow.
See that?
Who dat?
That was a slow motion.
Cupsy's going
shot.
for it. Yeah,
that's a great shot by Mike.
Slip double, though.
With no time left. Great shot.
Second point is there. The shooter goes, and this is a shot for 2.
Yeah.
And get out of the hack.
Real skinny.
If it jams on the back one, it's just bad luck. But
Jams on what back one?
if you want to score one, I'm okay with it too.
I like this, Mark.
Okay. It's
A little
like
scar tissue for Ken Cat about the semifinal at the Worlds.
I think that's exactly what's happening.
This is easier than that shot he was trying at the Worlds, and this is hard.
Yeah, that'll be the out.
They have way more time, too.
Do you see this curling at all? Just a little?
He'll be close.
Hard to say.
He will be close on this. You heard
I
Mike
think
say
this is
that.
gonna curl a little
I actually
bit.
think Brad will make this more than he misses
You like
it.
that?
Yep.
If he hits it thin, any contact on that red one's going to kill it. It's not going to jam on the back like Mark said. It's never going to hit that yellow. That would be crazy, crazy thin on the first. But here we go. Out-turn heater from Brad Jacobs to keep the playoff hopes alive.
Yep. Yep.
Should be able to hold this here. These aren't curling.
Curl.
That's a good sign.
Curl.
Oh, great shots.
Awesome double
Jacobs.
for Cupsey and a big win for Team Jacobs to keep themselves in the playoff hunt. We'll have to wait until after tonight to see what that means, but
what a comeback. A 2-1-2 to finish it off.
Actually stuck it.
Almost too thin.
Yeah, actually stuck it. I thought he was playing it across the top, but one more look at shot of the week candidate.
Cupsey, I'm not going to lie. That was thinner than I wanted.
What a great game. Lots of rocks in play, lots of action.
Big win for Team Jacobs. On behalf of Home Team Live and Craig Saville, Brent Lang, and the curling group, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back on this lovely velvet couch for tonight's game at 7:30, joined by Johnny Morris and Carrie Anerson to have the curling couch edition of commentary, which is always a good time. So see you then. Thanks for tuning in.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!